Watching the Old Zealand, a minesweeper champion, the Dragon of Portugal, Vice Captain America, the world's fourth greatest forehead, and a geography semi-finalist at the World Championships, Zealand! All I want to know is who has a better forehead than me, and why are there three of them? I mean, two of them are they're Gervinho, though, so. So I was running the simulations last night on my new computer, thanks to CyberPower. Where are they? There they are. And I was running the simulation, and I woke up the next day, and this was for live sports, right? Because I have to simulate a completely full database forward to the next international tournament. So I do it with, I do it overnight. And I realized when I woke up that I had forgotten to turn the sleep mode off on the computer. And so we were unable to complete the simulation because when I woke up, the computer had gone to sleep 30 minutes after I went to sleep. So the simulation did not make progress. Now that means the World Cup is going to be on Wednesday and Friday. It's totally fine. And it means we're going to dwarf today. But that is what happened. That's my story. And I'm sticking to it. Baza, thank you so much for the Prime. Dom, thank you for the 6 months on the Prime. Morindor, thank you for the 10 months on the Tier 3. And Rosassa, thank you so much for the 5 months of the Prime. So we are dwarfing with the champions. We've got some, Euros qualifying that we got to do. With Austria, we play Albania twice. Hopefully we can take out the trash. Just kidding. I'm sure Albania's a lovely place. So transfer season with the Floridsdorfer AC boys today. The Karl Gista Stadium.
1 year and 1 Dorfers League title later.
Yeah,
Up
baby.
The Dorfs.
Up the Dorfs. So that's what we're doing today. I just want to let you know. And that's why. And so we did win the Admiral Bundesliga. We only drew 4 matches. We won 22 of our 32 matches in the league. Despite an underwhelming European display. We are here. Look at that. Look at that. And we're into the Champions League group stage as well for the first time in club history. And this is the first time in my life that I've made the Champions League group stage for the first time. Not by qualifying, like out of a not top 5 league, obviously. But like I don't have to go through any of the qualifying. I literally am just going straight into the group stage, having never been in the group stage before because we managed to win the league. Very unique situation. I feel like we're going to be ready to handle it. And then there's the other important piece of business of Euros qualifying. We play Albania twice in this qualifying window. We beat North Macedonia in our opening round of qualifying, which was good. I don't know why, but they have booked us home and away against Albania over a 5-day stretch. And that is something that we are going to be taking part in on this stream. And then we've got France away, Azerbaijan, then North Macedonia, then France again, then Azerbaijan. And then I think we're done with Euro qualifying. Yeah, it all just happens this year. So if we can have a good window here, we'll be okay. We are going to have to do our national team selection pretty soon. I think it's like a week. But that's where we are, chat. Babel, thank you so much for the Prime, the 3 months. What do you got for us? We're dwarfing all over
the world.
All over the world. Sounds good to me. Numbers, thank you so much for the year. 1 year and 1 Dorfers League title later. That's what matters. That's what's important. But I know you guys love the World Cup, and so the World Cup will be tomorrow and Friday instead of today and tomorrow. Understood? Understood. Understood. Who won the Champions League? Was the final Juventus and... I don't know. Maybe it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, it's Juventus and Liverpool. Europa League finals, Atletico Valencia. Conference League is Guimarães and Benfica. Somehow Real Madrid was in the Conference League knockouts and didn't even make it to the Conference League final. Bitterly disappointing for Real Madrid there. Do you have a video on what to look for players in certain positions? I have random videos that might fit that description. We've got videos about wingbacks, videos about strikers. I have not gone through and made like a video about each position in Football Manager, but yeah, it does sound like a fun, interesting idea. Rumors are rumors. I want to keep our best players here. Apparently, Vanderhorst for 9 million to Sturmgratz. Absolutely not. Owen Vanderhorst was arguably the best player on our team in the stretch run of the season. Mate Balas and his ability to score goals was obviously important. I am not going to take the suggested Austria squad, though. Appreciate it. I've got my own squad, and I do not want that one weird winger that they always are confused that I'm not calling up. Even though I will, they remember his name. Rastonic, that's it. Rastonic. They're always like, shock is Rastonic is left out of the squad. And I'm like, no, there's not. Philip Rastonic just missed the last 3 call-ups. Unbelievable. Is it my first league title with this club? Yes, it was. First top league title. Any advice to increase possession even though we win the game? Yeah, if you want to increase possession, lower your tempo, lower your passing directness, play out of the back, distribute short. Those are 4 surefire ways to increase your ability to keep the ball. Now, you obviously need the players with the quality to execute keeping the ball in those situations, right? They can't get pressed off the ball or something. But that's what you need to do, simply to hold the ball. But if you're winning, you're winning. So I wouldn't argue with it too much. How do you find good scouts? So the scouts that would want to join me are just not good enough. Well, sometimes that's the case. If your team sucks, Flo, and obviously you're going to make them a lot better over time. But if they suck right now, you're not going to find great scouts. It's still better to have a scout than not, because they will find players and show you the attributes, and then you can assess those attributes. I'm in the Champions League with a Hungarian team that started in the 2nd division. Well, great work. Now that we have Champions League money, we might even make the Austrian Cup 4th round. Maybe. If only we could be so good as to make the Austrian Cup 4th round. Hey, we did make the Austrian Cup semifinal when we were in the 2nd division. Since then, we have never been past the 3rd round. In our 5 seasons in the top flight of Austria, we have never made it past the 3rd round of the Austrian Cup. It is the curse of the 3rd round. We have lost before the 3rd round before. We find new and creative ways to not advance. And look at that, Benfica. European title for Benfica! It's like that dude with the champagne on the... the dude with the champagne on the you know, the podium. He's like at the bottom of the podium. Love that. All right. Hey, YouTube. How you doing? Come here often? I hope so. It's a great channel. A lot of condensed streams, a lot of subscribe buttons. Just for you. Remember that. Hello, YouTube. So Benfica has won the Conference League. The team that we lost to in the Conference League knockouts is defeated in the Conference League final.
Zealand, push.
Hi.
Push.
Oh, cheers.
Here he comes. Everyone, welcome little Owen van der Danget to the world. Anyway, did you know that dragons prefer a particular brand of shampoo? Head and Shoulders.
There's so much going on, I don't even know what to do. Pavel Ilko is about to offer a loan renewal. He's got interest in an extension. But they... Oh my god, we have the money. Do we want to do this?
Thoughts on Lewandowski to Barca?
Interesting. I didn't think Robert... I honestly didn't think Robert was the type of guy to force his own move, but apparently he is. We'll see what happens.
What happens when you eat aluminium foil? You sheet metal.
Okay, one crisis at a time. The Ollie, 18 months. First off, thank you. Second off, the Head and Smolders was a B+. Good work, and congrats on your second Twitch child. Mamba, thank you for the gifted sub. Threw it down to Thargoff. Welcome to the Hammers. Bot Twitch, welcome. Thank you for the Prime. Brandino, thank you for the 14 months. And then Corny Gold, I'm gonna go with a it's definitely a good dad joke. I'm gonna go with a B. I agree with Bot Twitch on this one. I'm gonna go with a B. Thank you for the 11. But Brandino, I think it's interesting. I didn't think that Lewandowski, I mean, he's won the Champions League. He's done what he wants to do at Bayern. I thought he was just going to stay there and try and be a legend. That's a nice spot to be. But, yeah. Yes, I shouldn't be surprised. All right, Pavel Ilko is obviously a great player. The reason that I would consider not doing it is we want to save those financial resources for... Obviously, we're in a position where we can sign players that are still at our club to develop, right? We can sign players that are still at our club to develop them, to make them a part of, very good first team that we've got, young first team. Pavel Ilko's not an asset anymore, right? He's somebody that helps us win now, but in terms of his win now ability, he's like good, not great. And because he's 18 years old. We sold him to Inter for $12.5 million last summer. We loaned him in. We had a loan to the end of the season. And now they're willing to loan him to us again because obviously he's getting regular playing time. But if we don't play him, we're paying $869,000 for a bench player. And we do have a ton of midfielders. That's another thing is we have this huge collection of midfielders. We've got new guys coming in. Hector Elman Zapata, who's 18 and is an asset and is on the team, right? Like, if we sign one more, we have Sestak, we have Nira, we've got Kuba, we have Vanderhorst, we have Vince Brody, we have Danny Ding, we've got the young Marcus Arling, who's got to keep developing, honestly. I don't know what the heck he's doing. I was working on him as a complete forward. Let's work on him as a box-to-box midfielder now. And let's work on that quickness. Thank you. And of course, he's not going to do that because it's the off season, but we've got Alfredo Moblanche, right? Guys that need playing, and Moblanche does a lot of the same things, right? Guys that need playing time that are still assets. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I don't think I'm going to loan. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to loan him again. You'll need him for the Champions League. The worst thing that can happen is you don't play him and they recall him. Now, the worst thing that can happen is I don't play him and they don't recall him. And I pay $900,000. We'll hold on to that we'll hold on to that option. I'm certainly not going to do it this early in the transfer window. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to just marry ourselves to him. As much as I love Pavel Ilko, I'm not going to marry myself to him this early in the transfer window. I realize that means we could lose him. He could get loaned somewhere else. Obviously, Inter doesn't have him in their first team plans yet. But, maybe it works the other direction, and we end up getting a cheaper loan because of that. Hyun Seok actually hates big matches. The only reason we haven't really thrown him on one of our target lists yet. Okay, a Joaquin Gomez Matar. That's an interesting combination of lack of skill, potential, and age. These are into contract guys, yeah. What I do want to do is I'm going to go to my short list. Okay. I'm going to go to my short list and we're going to look at targets. 38 players on my target list. Got to left out. It just changes. And we are going to scout people that there are 11. I wish I could see people. Hold on. Customize. It's like transfer interest. Is there an interest? No. I would love to see the people that don't want to join me, because what I want to do is scout them again. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll take my entire target list and do a week scout on all of them. That seems like the right thing to do. And then that should reset transfer interest based on us making it into the Champions League group stage.
Sophisticated.
What do you call a trout wearing a bow tie? Sophisticated. All right, guys. Great stream. See you later. What, did something happen? John Doyle, thank you for the 13 months. World's smallest violin, thank you so much for the 5. Valencia has won the Europa League. When does the computer sleep? No, I actually turned it off now, believe it or not. We've learned our lesson. We have turned off the computer sleep function. Gaia wins Europa League Player of the Season. Unsurprising. Dude was outrageous. How long have you been live? Normally I watch from the start of the VOD, but 25 minutes or so. It would seem 25 minutes, yeah. They should be putting up the VODs. I like approved VODs to be created. They should be putting them up. What is on Twitch? Yeah, they're putting them up. I guess they put them up at the end of the stream because I like cleared them to be put up there, but we got TOS for opening the Twitch homepage. Twitch is real. So I have noticed what I do is, so I play a lot of Apex, right? Just something I do as a hobby. I'm not actually that good at it. And so I'll watch a lot of Apex streamers, really like Daltouche.
When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent.
I've heard that before, but that's such a good dad joke. And I watch one of the best Apex streamers is this girl named Lulu, like Lulu Lovely, and she's really good at the game. She's not that, but I saw you watch like her, and she is a girl that is on Twitch playing video games, and then Twitch is like, "See, you want the girls?" Boom, and they just like your homepage just gets nuked with like, what is going on? So gonna have to turn on safety browsing features on Twitch. I already have them on Twitter for the same, like, it's wild stuff. Yeah, I love Apex. Lulu's really cool. Hot tub streams everywhere. Got everybody tagged as like a girl. I got a hot tub stream coming up soon, actually. Looking forward to it. It's a collaboration with... I'm not even going to go back to who that was. I don't know who that was. Can you imagine? I'd probably get banned if I did a hot tub stream. I would probably get banned if I had a hot tub stream. I don't know. Me sitting in a hot tub, all this chest hair, dude, be an absolute... Kev? Oh! Kev! Hot tub stream with Lelujo. Oh, I'm going in. That's it. I'm getting the next flight to England. I'm going. I am going. You cannot stop me. Or Amaranth? I don't think that was Amaranth. I actually respect the heck out of Amaranth. That girl is a hustler. With a capital hustler. Like, that girl is insane. Insane. Like, hardworking and just comes up with the craziest stuff that just makes her a ton of money. It's like, it's just interesting to observe. I watched an interview of hers on, I think it was Devin Nash, and it was just fascinating. Hey, bro, sorry to bother. What setting filter options you use in the scouting center? I never set it up properly. Blader, we have made a couple videos about it if you want it in depth. But essentially, nation scouting is the best way to go. Find people that speak the language and scout that nation. That's what you need. So that's a tweet for the network game. Oh, I do have like 2 tweets right now. I should tweet about a hot tub stream with all of us. Finn, thank you for the gifted subs. Yeah, that's the thing is I respect people that are very good at what they do. Amaranth's really good at what she does. You can not like it. She's really good at what she does. Sign someone, please. We're gonna sign someone. In real life, network game, the hot tub edition. If I am ever in a hot tub with Jack, Kevin, Ben, something's gone horribly wrong in my life. Something's gone horribly wrong in my life. Hey, Olafson's been called up to Iceland. Bala is Sestak. Ilko, who are we missing? Oh, Marcel Baran didn't get called up. Oh, that's a tragedy. Who are the other guys? Stan Rogel is back with Slovenia, which is good. Turden, Bojan Brodnjaks with Bosnia. Champions League! To Liverpool on penalties! Check the DMs. That should fix the VODs. Alrighty. Opening now. Oh, wow. They completely choked the penalties. So... Erling Haaland, James Maddison, Fabinho, and Jackie Grealish scored the penalties, while Moise Keane hit the first pen for Juventus, but Sebastian Szymanski and Samuel Chukwueze flopped on their pens. So it was a pretty boring penalty shootout. Liverpool wins the Champions League. The Liverpudlians again. Go here and turn this off. Okay. IL makes it very simple for me. What am I turn? Oh, geez. Oh, geez. So I want to get rid of copyright audio warnings, and now it should be good. All right, I went there and I turned that thing off, I turned that thing off. Now the VOD situation should be fixed. Time to... Oh, my God. Anybody else playing? Alessandro... No. I would like to... Can I not attend a game? I'm just not going to attend a game. Let's go to our national team. Folks, it's time to decide our national team. For Austria, first, the goalkeepers. We need 3 of them. Heinz Leiner I don't like, but Alexander Schläger I do actually like very much. I do like Alexander Schläger. He's got 15 appearances for Austria. Plays for Lask. But he did not have a good season with Lask, and so I'm going to keep it Richard Schrebinger, Patrick Pence, and Shikan Stankovic. 24-year-old Sandali Konde. He had a good season. He was up for goalkeeper of the year in the top Austrian division, but apparently... Does he have another national team? Do I need to cap tie him? No? Okay, cool. I've got time because my goalkeepers are old. Stankovic and Strabinger are probably in their last international cycle, and so Sandali Konde is going to need to, be around. I'll leave that. Okay, defenders. We have Offengruber, Dario Marizic, Maxi Weber, Konrad Leimer, Stefan Posch, Florian Grilic. Kevin Danso's hurt. He's out for 4 to 10 days. We're not going to call him up. Leaves us likely with Christopher Klarer, the Stoke City center back, which you might be saying, oh, Stoke City, they're in the Premier League. So, Christopher. Oh, Christopher. I'd like to call you up to the national team, sir. We have a lot of good center backs. Nemeth, Daniliuk. I really like Philip Leinhart. Dude's super athletic. But he's a little low on the change of direction, right? Fast. I know Xavier Slager's got bad big matches. It's not terrible, and he is good. He's a very good holding midfielder. What's your transfer revenue retention? 55%, if memory serves correctly. Watching Z play FM while playing FM myself while drinking a cup of tea. Does it get much better than this? No. I'm a huge fan. I'm thinking of starting the same as you. What leagues do you recommend I load and how to approach tactically? I load basically every league with some on view only that I feel like I'm not going to need as many players from, but I like to have the authentic the experience. That's true. I do have the setup on my Steam Workshop, Mars. If you want to grab that, use the exact same database I'm using. Are the scouts that good? I've had one saying this guy's a B+, but he looks like crap. Well, sometimes they're not. Sometimes the scouts are wrong. Always trust your eyes more than the scouts. But that being said, the scouts have a lot of reasons for providing ratings. Interest in joining you. Their price. If they're ridiculously expensive, the rating's going to be lower. If I scouted Mbappe, he would not be an A+. Just because of that. But I know I like Flavius Daniliuk as well. I've always been a big Flavian. Flavius. Did I add him? Where's the guy? Where did he go? There he is, Christopher Clark. Okay, reports. Sort by reports. Where is Christopher Clark? Oh, he disappeared. The moment I actually put him on the team, he disappeared. Okay, well, Clark's not going into the national team then. I'm going to take... I think it was... I like Nemeth, too. See, we have a lot of good center backs, okay? This is a problem. We have a lot of good center backs. This dude played 44 matches in the championship.
I tried to tell my waitress a steak-related pun, but it flopped hard. She told me, don't worry, it's a rare medium well done.
Austria just need better keepers. I like Stankovic. He's not great, but I like him. Yeah, I think the answer to this is Trabzonspor's Flavius Daniliuk. I don't know what he's doing at Trabzonspor, but I think Flavius Daniliuk is the next best thing with Kevin Danso's got to be dropped. And then we, of course, got Maxi Weber as the left back, Stefan Posch as the other right back option, Offengruber, Marisic. Yeah, it's just nice. Okay.
Almere City from the second division in Holland to CL qualifiers this season, have the top 4 players on the NXGN list, but I still can't get over 10% transfer retention or a new stadium. I'm fine, I promise.
I promise. I'm fine! Fine! I'm totally okay. Oh, Nurhan Babuscu at Inter. Apparently he's got great potential. He has not started a game, though, for Inter, so he's not somebody I'm calling up. He also hates big matches. We do have a bit of a midfielder issue. I do like Matthaus Tefurner. He's got great hair and some other pros that I can't think of, but I'll think of later. Alessandro Schopf. I've shortlisted a couple of these guys. Tolgin Shaheen is really close to being in the national team for me. I think Vessel Demaku is better right now, but I mean, holy smokes, you know? Vessel Demaku probably holds it. So we've got Yusuf, we've got Sevald, we've got Baumgartner. Konrad Leimer is a fullback. He's the other right back option. Do we have Lazaro? Is Valentino Lazaro registered? Yeah. He's all the way down here. Is Amar Dedic just better than Valentino Lazaro? He might be. The 24-year-old at Burnley. Oh, he only played 1 game. Amar, you're wasting your talents, man. I need you to be playing Amar Dedic. Valentino Lazaro is playing, man. Played 11 matches less. He's so bad. But we need Lazaro for this window. We need the offensive wingbacks. Not Maurice Frank. Not Amar Dedic. Alessandro Schopf might actually make sense, but he's so unathletic that he scares me. He's 33 years old. Playing for Salernitana, though, in Serie B. What a weird national pool we have. All right, midfielders. We do have Leimer. We've got Grilic. We've got Marcel Sabitzer, Xaver Schläger, Vessel Dimaku. I do really love Philip Leinart. Every time I look at him, I'm like, man, I need to call up Philip Leinart. At some point, I'm gonna bring that guy into the. It's some point. Stefan Leiner, yes, he's got 46 caps. So this guy was part of the previous regime in Kubel. He's only 20. Great stamina. Really hustles. Valentino Lazaro's terrible, yes, but he's an offensive right wing back, and we're playing Albania twice, so we need that. Did we actually win the league? We did. I have Gadjet at Brighton. He plays good. He plays well at both fullback positions. I don't understand how Romano Schmid is nowhere to be found. I mean, he's right here. That's Romano Schmid. We just don't use wingers. And yeah. I need more of a space eater. I don't need Romano Schmid. But he does have 29 Bundesliga appearances this year with 1 goal, no assists, and a 6.65 rating. Yeah, we've got Xaver Schläger. And my boy, Vessel Dimaku. A weirdly talented 27-year-old from a Rapid Vienna. Who also plays a little defense. Kind of what we need. And we might actually be able to get Romano Schmid in there. Maybe. He's better than Madhouse, I think. We do a little comparison. Romano Schmid, Madhouse to Ferner. Actually, I think Madhouse is probably better. It's kind of a push, but Madhouse's vision is much better. He's physically more impressive. Probably Madhouse to Ferner. The Madhouse. Who we drop? We drop Vessel Dimaku. Yeah. Probably we go a little more offensive here. Call up the Madhouse to Ferner. All right, let's go to forwards. We've got Yusuf, we've got Baumgartner. Those aren't our actual forwards. We've got Hannes Wolf, Sasha Kalajic, Marco Gruel, Elias Havu, and Erkan Kara. Those are the forwards we have. And Erhan Babusku, absolutely not. Thomas Sabitzer's not an actual forward. He's a wing. Louis Schaub. No. And quite honestly, I'm offended that you asked. Dominic Fitz. No. And he's playing in the Elite City.
Really makes my day.
I'm not going to acknowledge that. Gaming Charlie. B+. Professor Walter, thank you for the Prime. And Jonas, of course, thank you for the 4 months. Smeaton, thank you for the 8 months as well. I went B+. I realize I'm going below what a lot of chat thought was an acceptable rating for that. But, okay. Elias Havel scored in his debut, and I honestly think he's one of the best strikers in our pool. Big fan. And, of course, Erkan Kara is my number 9. He is the national number 9 of Austria right now. There's no way I'm not calling up Erkan Kara. Let me look at Marko Modric, though. Woo! Blauweiss Linz with Marko Modric. That guy's good. Adrian Gerbic is the other striker who plays next to Erkan Kara, but he's not as good. And Fabian Schubert is also just jumping reach. He's all jumping reach. Philip Ristanic literally plays for Standard de Liège. I have no idea why people freak out that we don't call him up. Oh, yeah, I'm okay. This is our team. Confirm the squad. Let's go.
Too injury prone to really build around.
No, I don't think so. I think that they both play a very intense style, obviously, and I think their careers will end earlier as a result of that. But they're just, he's left out Ristanic again. I've got no idea how he's left out Philip Ristanic. It's unbelievable that he'd call a team up without Philip Ristanic in it, quite frankly. Wow. Physically and mentally absurd Daniel Ordelt. I was like, can you play center back? Because I do not get fullback vibes from you, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. You're a center back. Love the balance, love the stamina, love the intent, the aggression, the intelligence. I really do like this guy, and I'm glad he's still on the target list. That guy's really good. Really good. The price, little high. Little steep for me right now. Just a little. Another payout of $478,000 to the squad. Nice. My fitness coach has completed a scouting assignment in Austria. Yay! All right, let's go ahead and yeet ourselves out. We are away to Albania first. Let's do it. I literally just went to watch the Mamelodi Sundowns play ES Tunis for the Austrian national team. I'm dedicated to the cause. Not prepared to comment on a Vanderhorst sale at this time. A player I've been really... no, I was literally at the match scouting for the national... Sure. Yeah, that guy's fun. How do you expect their coach to handle you coveting one of his players? We'll speak. Oh yeah, we'll speak like adults. We'll speak like professionals. We'll have a seat together and we'll just talk it out. We'll just talk it out. Heading though, that's fine. Size is much more important than heading. That's for sure. Does he play for? Czech League just pumping out Vietnam nationals. Nah. Levan Kuyets, leave it. Transfer list. Lucas Romero, transfer list. Luis Semedo. I'm okay. If we get 6 points from this window, we are so okay for European qualifying. What a start that we would be. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Achievements galore. Okay, what do we get? We got 3 achievements. We got the Tremendous Trio, which is 3 players in the Team of the Year. We got the Fantastic 5, which is 5 players in the Team of the Year. And I got some sort of like Living Legend achievement. You won Manager of the Year award 5 times. I have only played this save for 6 years. Cool. The Fußballer des Jahres. So player of the year has gone to Bojan Brodnjak, our center back from Bosnia and Herzegovina. And the golden boot goes to Mate Balaz for 23 goals and 7 assists in 29 league appearances. With national team striker Urkan Kara right behind him, I win Coach of the Year again with 13,000 points to my name. The next closest person is Oliver Schnellreeder, who had 2,800 points. I had 13,000 head coach points, so I think it was pretty clear who was going to win this award. Pleased that I got headed. Thank you, Scott. Really appreciate that, Scott Candage. And the goalkeeper of the year went to Arnaut Bodar. Okay. And named as the trainer of the year. Okay, I got some other award. Proud of my work. Great, thank you. Mate Balaz has told the Chronicle that the head coach Zeeland Shannon was a key factor in him being the Österreich Bundesliga top scorer. Yeah, well, me signing you probably had something to do with you winning top scorer in this league. Just a thought. Just a thought. He knows where his bread is buttered. He knows where his bread is buttered. You know what I'm saying? He knows where his... Okay. All right. All right. He knows. He knows. He knows where his bread is buttered. Oh, wow. They really had a lot of recommendations about how to better my staff. Now sign someone, says Scott. I got you. I'm in. I'm ready. Nerf Sealand, please, Miles. I really... Yeah, very quick game of Fortnite. It was a very quick fortnightly meeting because we are in the off season, so it's not that bad. Did they recommend extending Eelco? No, they did not. Even though they have recommended that in the past, they said, look, he's an influential player. We should extend him. And I'm looking at Alfredo Malblanche saying, why can't Alfredo Malblanche be the same thing? A bigger, more physical version of Pavel Eelco who will be coming into the same season year-wise that Eelco's just leaving. So we didn't actually see the Team of the Year. We just got the achievements for Team of the Year. Am I excited for the Champions League group stage? Absolutely. Team of the Year bonuses to Turden, Bobby Smith, Owen Vanderhorst, and Mate Balas got the top goal scorer bonus. His Team of the Year bonus was activated. Brilliant. All right, see you later. Pavel Eelco made 27 appearances on his loan back. Cool. Monthly financial update. We're secure. I would think so. I would think so. And we've got Klaus Lauritsen coming in. Klaus, how you doing? Bayakalo is Young Player of the Month in the Swedish Superliga. I still love you, Eric. I still love you, and you deserve to be playing in the Champions League group stage, and I will endeavor to make that happen. Eric Bayakala. That dude is very good. Who do you think will win the Intercontinental Playoff games? I think the UAE is going to beat Australia because the UAE is playing a home game. They're playing in Qatar. You can walk. You can't walk. You'd probably die in the desert, but it's close. The UAE is playing a home game against Australia, a team that's not very good and is playing incredibly far away from home. I think the UAE wins. Peru probably beats the UAE, though. The other game is Costa Rica, New Zealand. I will be rooting for New Zealand, my namesake. Kia kaha, all that stuff. But I think that Costa Rica is going to win. Costa Rica dropped 9 points in their final qualifying window with wins over Canada and the United States. It was a very impressive final qualifying window for them to clinch qualification to the Intercontinental Playoff over Panama. Very impressive. They were backs against the wall and they played incredibly well. So I think it ends up being Costa Rica and Peru that come out of the Intercontinental Playoffs. 5 players for international duty: Torbjornsson, Rusu, Baran, Simcoe, and Sjöden, all for U21s. And most of those are headed, except for Torbjornsson, are headed to the under-21 Euros, which will start on 6/11. What happened to the U20 World Cup? I feel like there was an under-20 World Cup that happened. Ah, yes! You know what time it is. You know. You know what time it is. When I say Qatar, UAE is playing at home, it's travel distance. If you are Emirati and you care about the national team, it's super easy and you will be at that game. Not to mention a familiarity for the UAE players. Right. Well, it'd be interesting if we just, poked our head in, took a look at some of the younger talents, perhaps, in this U20 World Cup. Just took a look. Now that we're, a Champions League side, I really feel like this is something that we could take advantage of really just take a peek at some of the talented young players from, I don't know, Korea, Turkey, Uruguay has got a freaking 15-year-old. It's a goalkeeper. That makes me a little less excited, but this guy is available for a trial, so you know we're going to just chuck that trial out there to the 6'6", 2-meter tall young kid that they've got out there. The great thing about Uruguay is that league is really cheap to sign from. The great thing about Canada is that a lot of these guys are really cheap to sign as well. Oh, Canada, our home and native land. Maple syrup and hockey, we wear funny hats. So it's a true story. It's actual words, the national anthem. It's a little confusing. Most people think it's a joke, but that's what they went with. So hard to complain about it. Hard to complain. Czechia, what's up? How you doing? What's poppin'? Okay, bang, bang, bong. Throw a little scout on the young Aussies. Nigeria. Lightning bolt. Oh, they had to summon up a fake goalkeeper. Nigeria doesn't have enough goalkeepers. They've got a dude at Leeds. Nice. New Zealand. New Zealand. The first half of New Zealand's anthem is actually in Maori. So, I think the actual words are glorious and free. And then you get into the stuff about the syrup and the hockey and the moose. I think it's moose eye, actually. Not a lot of moose in Florida, so don't have to use it in plural. There are singular moose in Florida, but they don't travel in packs, so I never have to use the plural. You understand. Iran, definitely. Oh, Haiti. Haiti, okay. I see you getting to that U20 World Cup. I see you. We got nobody. No one. The team already got knocked out. Our agility was too poor, so they don't have, like, the full call-up to the team. Will you just, like, holy smokes, dude. Thank you. I'm talking to my left hand. Brazil. Rodolfo. Paulo Renato, Paulo Cesar, William Arthur. It's all beautiful. Yeah, you guys are already worth like $100 million, so I'm not going to scout England. I'm not even going to bother. I'm not going to waste my time. Since we have such a nice American core, we're gonna scout the 19-year-olds as well at the U20 World Cup. We want to know who we can sign. Yeah, the Florida Moose, it's not a pack hunter. No, you're right. It's not a pack hunter. They prefer to hunt in solidarity. They usually hunt middle-aged soccer moms. They particularly fixate on the smell of orange slices. And that's unfortunate for a lot of them, but it happens. It happens. How did I do that? More importantly, why is it possible to rearrange the qualifying order of a group? Okay, Mexico. Former rulers of Arizona.
6.
Hello. Let me shoot a little scout to the 18-year-olds of the Mexican national team. Portugal. Lot of 18 and unders on Portugal. We're just overloading our scouting department, but that's okay. We did this 2 years ago, and we got a lot of good players. So I am not going to complain. I swear. Samuel Usai, I actually already know him. I actually feel like I know a couple of these guys. But we'll start not with Uzai because we already scouted him. With the other guys that were in the Argentinian team that failed to get out of their group at the U20 World Cup, which, if anything says future superstar, that says future superstar. Okay, that center back's not real. Everybody else, however, is, except for Lavoyo Burton. Oh, we already know Lavoyo Burton. Okay, Russia. What? Fiji. Fiji better have one player I can scout, I swear. You see that video that's circulating Twitter of the wife of an oligarch cutting up her Chanel purse in protest of Chanel pulling out of Russia? I thought it was funny. Just wanted you to know that that existed. Senegal. Oh, no. No, I don't want to scout the gray men. That thing, it scares me. Oh, they're all real. Okay. Fiji, give me a good player here. Give me a good player. You guys made the Under-20 World Cup and got 0 points. Let's go, Fiji. Yeah, you can see it down at the bottom of the chat over there. 0 points for Fiji. Chamada Bread, thank you for the prime. Max Heck, thank you for the 24 months. Alter, thank you for the 6. Joseph Woody, thanks for the 4. Your coaches are not the same for the national team and the club. I have a different staff that I come and join. Here, Slar, thanks for gifting a sub. My dude, what's up, homie? So we have scouted everybody. Weird things not happening in the group. You know, the U.S. missed, which is obviously strange. But check this out. I don't even know where the knockout stage starts, to be honest with you. Turkey's going through. Peru's out. England beat them on penalties. Mexico beat Senegal. Czechia beat Greece. Get out of here, losers. All right, and we'll go to the UEFA one as well. The UEFA U21 tournament's going to be after this. But we're just scouting the U20 World Cup first, see if we can find those great hidden wonder kids somewhere. Slar, thank you for the gifted. The Fijians, absolutely. How have the vibes been today? Pretty fantastic. Do you want the channel point stuff unpaused? Yeah, you can unpause it. Is there a best 11 for the U20 World Cup? Probably. Rodrigo Pena. Your jumping reach better be high. You're freaking 6'6". And he's left-footed. I'm surprised he's not on, like, WonderKid.com's biggest list for center backs. Look at that man. He's large and left-footed. Do you play center back, sir? Yes. 5 stars. Yep, 47 to 56 million for a guy that is 2.5 stars. For us. Valenzuela, I'm going to go with he doesn't want to go on loan with us, but I really appreciate I appreciate the potential you see in me. Does his contract run out? He's just available for loan? Well, I'm not going to loan him. It's not good enough for me to loan him. Now we just wait for the walls of reports we're going to get. Hanover 96 are keen in signing Lima. Please. I mean, I like Nicholas Lima, but like also, please. Also, very big ples.
Love you, Zed.
Love you too. Sebastian Nanasi, did we what did we do? What did I do to Sebastian Nanasi to deserve this? Being re-recommended him, I don't have enough information. I'm confused, I'm befuddled, I don't even know what's going on. Not even okay. Ah! Ooh. He can pass, he can carry the ball, he's got good athleticism. He can pass, he can carry the ball, and you can move, and I'm like immediately interested. Hyro. Glyphics. I'm gonna tell you that's not gonna happen right now. Look you dead in the eyes and tell you it's not gonna happen. Lewis Bates. It's pronounced Bate. 5 million? Need you to bump up those numbers, kid. I need 5.75. That's his release clause, and I will not go under it because you're already so close. Why not go all the way? Austria duty begins. What's up? We're in real danger of not qualifying here. That's not true at all. We're going along pretty nicely, but this is the time to step it up a notch and make sure we qualify with ease. Yeah! Go team! Für Österreich! You know what I'm saying? At the moment, they're just rumors about Nicholas Lima. Wow, we get like a day? Goodness me. We show up and then it's like, you have 1 day. Be ready for Albania. Away to Albania. Away matches and qualifying. Not easy. Lurcha, thank you for the 17 months. I just moved to Japan. I'm currently exhausted sitting in my room in Tokyo. Thank you for the stream. See, it's making me feel a little more at ease and normal right now while I'm too tired to even take a shower and go to bed. Pingu, very familiar with that feeling. Just remember, nobody's making you do anything. For some reason, that's always a soothing thought to me. Nobody's making you do anything. Can't just go to sleep, shower in the morning. Not that I'm encouraging that. I'm just saying. What are we qualifying for? The Euros? Yes, we are qualifying for the Euros. We're going to try and 0-4 Greece this. It's going to be lit. Stanislav Shupov. Enzo Delili. I can't sign this guy because I can't say his name. Enzo Delilo. That is... it's a mess. How did they let that out of the hospital?
Welcome to the world, little Franz Conrad von Hutzendorf, my Twitch baby.
Contact Center. Thank you for the prime. Congrats on Franz Conrad von Hutzendorf. A Twitch child has been brought here today. Streams are like the adult Wheel of Fortune when I'm off of work, having a sick day. Nice. Nice. Spin that wheel. Oh, Jean Lucas. I need $22 million now. Damn it, now. Kid's 17 years old.
Hey chat, Hazy.
Yeah, you want to join me. What?
What have I missed, apart from the notification that you were streaming?
Okay, we're just gonna keep scouting him for now. We're gonna check out the hidden attributes. This kid's literally 17 years old. He's absolutely sick with it. And we're a little interested. We don't want to, we don't want to, I'm just sitting in the stands scouting his matches like, oh my God! Ah! Ah! You think he's interested in signing him, boss? I don't know. He hasn't spoken in hours. He's just screamed. Uriel Leon. No bad hidden attributes. Miran Badsim. Of course, we're interested in Miran Badsim. Problem is, jumping reach isn't there for him to play center back, so he's more of a space-eating... And he's Slovenian, so he really fits our MO of Slovakia, Slovenia, and everybody else can get out. You know, that's great. He is interested. Tarye, I always knew we were meant for each other. You didn't like me, but now I'm in the Champions League, and now you do, you gold digger. Niran Badsim has always been interested in me. He always had faith. He always knew what was going on. What the dealio was. He knew the potential we had. Oh my God. Tarje Sjurgren Jakobsen. No bad hidden attributes. Adaptability's fine. Big matches are fine. Consistent performer. Right-sided player with what could be described as outstanding athleticism. Let's negotiate a deal, shall we, for Tarje Sjurgren Jakobsen. We've already got Ulrik Torbjornsson on our team. And I would like Tarje Sjurgren Jakobsen, please. And we will develop him into a fine right wing back. Honestly, we need a right wing back. And this guy fits the mold. 5'5", bright future. Hi, how you doing? My name is Zealand. You can call me Zealand. I just gave you 475,000 and you were like, yes. And then we could go for Miran Badsim as well. Make two early signings. Bring in Miran Badsim. Bring in Tarje whatever. Jakobsen. Nailed it. And you're not very good. Well, you're not bad, but you're not very good. Is the thing there. The thing about that is, ooh, Gabriel Halilovic isn't. Oh, snap. They're all interested now. They're all looking at me like that kid that wasn't cool in high school and walks back in with a gold chain, and everybody's like, ooh, what does he do? It's like, joke's on you. It's plastic. Except our gold chain is real. You know? Sounds oddly specific. Shut up. All right, Gabriel Halilevich. This is what we wanted to do. We wanted to update our scouting reports on these guys for interest. Odysseus Samiotis actually still doesn't have any interest in joining us, which makes sense. Stanislav Sokolov. Okay. Great natural fitness. Dude's got a very long career ahead of him of being pretty good. Just kidding. He's definitely good. But these guys are kind of out of our range that we could spend comfortably on right now. Vladimir Stretskovich, 20-year-old. Honestly, I like Halilovic better. Marcos Bazan. Oh, no. No. No way. No way this dude just got cheaper. Shut up. The 19-year-old center back from Argentina, Marcos Bazan. Apparently, their asking price for Marcos Bazan has gone down, which means my interest has gone up. I'll submit the offer for further consideration. Absolutely. Yeah, you go ahead. Bayakalis still got his $6 million asking price. This dude is so good. As a playmaker, oh my God. He's amazing. And I've known that for a while. He doesn't have world-class potential, but he's going to stay there and be very good. And I'm like, all right, dude. Yeah, the reason all of these great guys are popping up is because we rescouted our entire target shortlist to reassess everybody's interest in moving to our club. The point of that being, obviously, we are now in a much different position than we were when we scouted most of these guys. Silvio Araujo? Nope. Not right now. What was the price? A little high. Josh Richardson, a D. Well, it's because he has no interest because he's 17. But he's got a great chance. Gunter Gavin's a very good center back. We're definitely going to have a new center back, and so we're definitely looking to move Christian Turden, Team of the Year Christian Turden today. There's the goalkeeper, Omar Vargas. I think he's in the Chilean national team. He is. He's got 13 caps for Chile. But he's not actually that good. Gotswan Vu. Helmut Fink's not ready to be a starter right now. Giacomo Miri just got his move. This is one of the most interesting regions I've ever seen. Flair-filled dribble specialist Giacomo Miri. Doesn't really know how to pass the ball. Not particularly athletic either. Just a close quarters nightmare. Amine Camas. I've liked Amine Camas for a while. Giuseppe Spano is another good center back that is out there. He's requested to leave the Melbourne Victory. Who's looking at him? Heracles Omelo. We'll float an inquiry on Giuseppe Spano. Andre Hudak. No. Kim Kyung-kyu. It's kind of what he is already, but he's certainly worth a lot more money than what they've got going on. Mark Murdoch. He's got all the mentals you need. Abu Jing. A lot of fun, of course. Very fun to have somebody that is still playing in Senegal and is definitely good enough to be like, okay. Gerardo Bustos. I'm gonna need to narrow in on that. Apparently, Pavel Gonzalez, the 18-year-old at Chivas, is actually interested in playing for me. That's news to me, dog. That is news to me. All right, Euro qualifiers, because we are playing with Austria right now. Ben Sesko dropped the brace, and Slovenia beat the Faroe Islands 4-1. Big win for Czechia over Wales, 2-1. Belarus gets the 2-1 dub on Montenegro. Portugal survives Bosnia away, 2-0. Was my boy playing? He wasn't. Love it. Attaboy Boyan. Whoa. I didn't even know Armenia and Turkey could play each other, given the whole, history thing. In Armenia, not only did they play, Armenia won 3-1 with a hat trick from Norberto Briasco. Brilliant Armenian forward Norberto Briasco beats Turkey 3-1. Hungary beats Scotland 2-1. That is, what a name. Wow. Christopher Zakariasen. Was born in Norway. Okay. What a name. Scored for Hungary. Finland beats San Marino 4-0. What a win for Armenia. Group G. How's that set things up? Well, Armenia through 3 matches is in qualifying position. Scotland and Turkey and Finland are out of it. What a mess of a group that is. Fun. Having won your opening match, this represents a fantastic opportunity to seize control. We're off to a good start. Yeah. Pleased with their performance. I'm optimistic we can take full advantage of it. What would you say the suggestions that selecting a team predominantly featuring players based outside Austria could be detrimental to the domestic game? The country should be proud it's producing so many players that have success overseas. You've announced an experienced team. I picked a team I believe can beat anyone in the world, evidenced by the fact that we beat Brazil in the last window. We literally are coming off wins against Brazil and North Macedonia in our last national team window. So I'm going to need you to dial down the whole, is this team good enough? Did we play matches in the group? We played one. We played North Macedonia in Vienna. We beat them 5-0. Erkan Kara had a hat trick.
Rate my Wonder Kid on Discord. It will make you cream.
How long has he been streaming? Have I missed any transfer scouted players? Yes. We have landed some brilliant players on our, well, apparently they don't want to negotiate at all. They would like, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. I am willing to pay you 900,000. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? I want these 2 players, and I want them now. After putting in work in the training ground, Vanderhorst can do 1-2s. Cool, that makes him even more dangerous. I love that. I love that for him. I love that for us. Really. Oh, we finally finished on Bejiro Moragic. Apparently, well, he's not athletic. How? You were like the Wonder Kid center back last year, dude. How have you ended up this bad in this game? This thing is, he'd probably still start given his mental prowess, but he's not nearly as athletic as the other guys we have available in that spot. No, Iceland! Smited in the 91st minute by Romelu Lukaku. Belgium wins 2-1. Slovakia, led by ya boy, Mate Balaz, beats Luxembourg 3-1. He bagged a goal. Who else played? Ilko, you get in there? Sesko, who apparently gets called up even though he plays poorly for me. I'm looking at Luxembourg. Oh, yeah, there's Sestak. And Ilko and Balaz, yep. The gang's all here. Switzerland beats Northern Ireland on the road. Netherlands holds on at home through a red card to beat Ukraine 2-1. Estonia beats Gibraltar 4-0. Serbia beats Israel 2-0. Russia beats Greece 2-0. So tough matches survived by a couple of teams there. Norway with a huge win at Croatia. They had a 3-0 lead that fell to 3-2. Ireland blows out Malta. What is Romania doing? Holy dude, you can't lose that game. Andorra's population is like 80,000 people. How does Romania, a nation that can actually make a Euros, lose at home to Andorra in qualifying? What is going on? I mean, they got outshot 18-5, but who cares? Your boy Emilio, no, wrong team. Your boy Ivan Gil, who plays for Naval Carnero and looks objectively better than you'd think. I don't even know what league this team is in. But I can tell you this guy, Ivan Gil, is not bad. Romania took the lead, too. What is this game? Romania's like finally breaks through in the second half, takes a 1-0 lead, and then Ivan Gil scores a 4-minute brace to turn it around and put Andorra in front. Give me Group J right now. Andorra's got losses away to Malta and at home against Norway, and then finds a way to beat Romania. Romania, Croatia, Andorra, and Malta are all tied at 3 points. Norway is flying away with 9. Ireland has 6 because they've managed to beat Malta, and then they also beat Croatia. Wild, wild sauce going on in Group J right now. But it's our time now. It's our match day. Away to Albania. Für Österreich. Sestak with the 6.7. Dude's a perpetual train wreck. I don't know how he is so well respected by me as a coach, by his national team coach, and he never has a big game. Mate has 21 caps at 19 years old. You know how insane that is? Mate Balaz has 21 caps at 19. Yo, I'm gonna need you to negotiate or something, okay? I'm gonna need some negotiation, right? This is ridiculous. This is super annoying. You realize that, right? It's super annoying. Okay, how about this? After 50 league appearances, I will pay out another 400,000, okay? And you're just no, I'm going to reject it tomorrow, actually. That's my plan. I am not buying Spano for 4.7 million. Fantastic to see Mate Balaz taking advantage of his opportunity. Abu Jing. I would love to sign Abu Jing for 145,000. Thank you. He deserves to be out of the Senegalese league. He deserves to be in Europe. I don't think he'll end up making a role in our team, but he's certainly good, and he's certainly going to get loaned. Okay. Jonas, thanks for the 2 gifted. Hey, Abu Jing, they want a loan back. I'm going to reject the loan back. What are they going to do? For Champions League group stage team that's coming calling for Abu Jing. And thank you, Abu. Abdu, sorry, my bad. Abdu Jing. Replace Lima. We're working on it. We're getting the Norwegian right back, okay? But I don't like the Lima slant. I'm the only one that can make Whoa, okay. Bobby Smith, Danny Ding, Vince Brody, all with the Aussies. Christian Cuba, Manuel Nero with Peru, and Alfredo Malblanche with Cuba. Huge call up there. And Elam Solny's actually in the Morocco U23s. That is higher than I would have expected. All right, North Macedonia and Azerbaijan are playing. Kosovo plays Latvia. They need to win there. Sweden plays Lithuania in a must-win. Bulgaria and Italy match up in a tough one for Italy. Poland plays Kazakhstan, who is really bad in FM, so should be able to handle that. So Daniliuk and Madhouse Steferner are into the team. Starting 11, Stankovic, Konrad Leimer, Stefan Posch, and Dario Marisic. That what we want to stick with here? Yeah. Florian Grilic, Sevald, Yusuf Demir, Marcel Sabitzer, Hannes Wolfer, Kankara. This is my team. This is the national team that I choose. I'm going to start Elias Havel. No, am I? Am I? No, I'm going to start Hannes Wolf. Am I? No. Am I? But am I? No, I'm not. Should I start Freidel? Yes. No, on the road, I should start Maximilian Weber. On the road, I should start Weber. He's more defensive. And at home against Albania, I'm going to start Freidel. If we need more offense, I can just bring in Marco Friedel later in the game. All right, I want to control this game, lads. I want to control it. I want to control it. I love the international game, baby. Gets me rocking and rolling. Bajrami, how you doing? Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. All right, boys, you ready? Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Thanks. Just starting Grillage over Xavier Schlager is the only change for my opening lineup against Brazil in our last window. Land of hammers, Österreich. Let's go! Come on, Austria! All right. Showtime. We got our anthem out of the way. Yep, no, Albania's, I would say Albania, I mean, we do have a group where there's no awful team. They're all at least Nations League C-level teams. You know, Azerbaijan, Albania, North Macedonia. And Albania has made it to a Euros before us, so is North Macedonia, so we've got to take these teams seriously. But this is a big opportunity the way the scheduling's gone. We don't have to play France until the next window, so we can put 9 points up on the board if we really execute. And we do have the higher level of quality. They don't have anybody like Yusuf Demir. They don't have anybody like Erkin Kara, quite frankly. Seyfald, Maxi Weber, these are all better than any of the best players that Albania has. Grillage. Tasty ball, Florian. Good, we're there. We're always there. It's good hustle by Marisic. Always there. Away! Oh, Hannes. There we go. Way to force the long ball. Way to force the long ball. Sabitzer. Loose Seyfald. Erkin Kara. Is this Erkin? Yeah, this is Euros qualifiers. Got a little out of sorts the way that we defended that. Limer should have picked him up, but instead Posh went over to pick him up, and the back line was disheveled. Ooh, Limer. That is a sick turn. That's the type of ball we want towards Hannes Wolf, and Hannes Wolf has scored for Austria. The young man who's got his real chance for the national team under Zealand Shannon has made the most of it. What a turn by Konrad Limer. And it's Hannes Wolf who's just outrun the opposition. Beautiful. That's what we needed. I mean, we're not going to completely blow these guys off the field. We know that. So we need to tactically outdo them. Dude, this is all on Posh. Look at his footwork here. Look at how bad his footwork is. Like, watch Posh on this. Good save by Stankovic. I mean, he is actually in position to deal with this in plenty of time. What is that? He spun the wrong way. What are we doing? We are a little disheveled defensively right now. And I'm going to put us on balance so we can be a little more responsible, sort it out a little more roundly. Because we're only here on finishing alone. And I'm aware of that. Gentlemen, you don't have enough talent to win on talent alone. That being said, that should have been a goal. Because Erkankara in the air is the 8th natural wonder of the world. Okay. Do not get complacent, for sure. This would be a monster 3 points for us. Grilic, get off. Give me Xaver Schlager for the second half. Give me Xaver Schlager for the second half. And let's look to build play through Xaver. Or no, we're not. I'm going to take him off ball winner, though. I want to be a little less aggressive and just sit in that spot more. Florian Grilic with his first, actually bad game under my tutelage with the national team. Hannes. Well, he's off, so yeah, the flag's up. Why do we have to go through all this? The whole Albanian fan section going nuts. Their entire team was offside. All right, onward and upward. Yusuf. Oh, Xaver Schlager. Good ball. Good ball by Schlags. Good counter press by Weber. Oh my goodness, no! Hannes! Hannes! When we needed you most, Hannes, you've disappeared on us. Oh, Yusuf. Oh, Yusuf. Nice. He had so much space for him to just put that ball into Schlager. Attaboy, Marisic. Attaboy. Weber. Sabitzer. Ooh, that's a ball. That's Savold, and that's a terrible take. But I still love Nicky Savold. Yusuf Demir's on a 6.5 right now. Sup? Weber's honestly dragging a little bit, and so I'm going to go with Marco Friedl as my second substitution, and third substitute. No, hold the third sub. Hold the third sub. Marco Friedl. I told you were probably going to come in this game, Marco. I told you. All right, yeah. Make them play through you. Their fullbacks are not particularly good with the ball. Erkankara holds it up. Sabitzer. Oi! Marcel! That's all right. Looks like we're going to get another crack at it. Friedel. Those fresh legs. Oh, Friedel to Hannes! And it's Hannes Wolf! And he's huffed, and he's puffed, and he's blown Albania's house down. Hannes Wolf again. And the Austrians have done it on the road. What a cheeky finish. Creativity under pressure for Hannes Wolf. Was it a back heel? Let's check it out from behind the goal. I don't know. I know this is an awkward bouncing ball and nobody quite knows what to do with it. And then Hannes is like, I got this. No. It was just the way he took it and had to scoop it into the goal. But he did a very good job of doing what he was trying to do. Alrighty. We'll pick it up here. 2-0. Thank goodness. Needed that second goal. Feel good about ourselves. Unbelievable, ref. Unbelievable. Oh. Gonna highlight. I was gonna make a change. We need to get Demirov so that he's fresh for the next game. That's us? Yes? No? Oh my god. Mom? Scared? Oop. Okay, just read my mind that I wanted to make a change, apparently. Or I clicked it, and I don't remember clicking it. One of the two. So, Matthaus has actually never made his debut for the national team, so let's give Matthaus Steferner his debut. I continue to raise the level of the domestic league. Take off Yusuf Demir after this ball. Oy! What's going on here? Okay, we are in the Matrix. Change went through. Alrighty. Matthaus Steferner makes his debut for the Austrian national team, up 2 against Albania. I'd love to see him get on the ball. Yeah, Hannes. He's honestly done a really nice job. It's just, oh, look in the middle. Look in the middle. It's Hannes. You see Hannes for the Hattie. Could have been a special night for Hannes. Hannes in Albania. Oh, Matthaus. No! I want the clean sheet. Don't have to worry about clean sheet bonuses here. Big 3 more points to put on the board. Every match where we're not playing France needs to be 3 points. That's the way I'm looking at it. France is gravy, but every other match needs to be 3. Very happy with the result, the way you played. We went on the road, tough environment at Albania. We found the win. Yeah, baby! Lithuania just drew Sweden, so that's fun. Everybody else, North Macedonia beat Azerbaijan 2-0. They were the home team, so that's kind of standard. Austria optimistic for their future. We're expected to qualify for the Euros, which I like pressure. I thrive under pressure. Yeah, look, Hannes Wolf. I think he's underappreciated at club level, to be completely honest with you. I mean, what a player. Clearly, what a player. He's a great advanced forward. His attributes are great for advanced forward. He gets into spots. He can finish the ball. He's got my first international job as Spain's head coach. Yes, just make sure that you add... make sure that you add the players available to your national pool. Because your national pool is going to keep everybody scouted up, and then you can just track everybody from there. But go to player search, go to edit search, look for nationality Spanish, look for second nationality Spanish, exclude players from your national pool, and players will pop up in there, and you'll be able to be like, hey, boss, hey. So Marcos Basan, this is ridiculous! Is this like a glitch? Have I entered... I feel like I've entered some sort of glitch where we're just submitting offers for further consideration for them to be rejected the next day. I want both of those players. I want both of those players. I want to start scouting North Africa's. I've already got a great scout set, but I can't find a single scout that wants to sign with me with any knowledge. Find somebody that speaks French or Arabic. Right, but French going to go a long way in a lot of the North African places you're looking to scout. Established revenue. We got a new 3-year general sponsorship worth $3.5 million. Good news. New scouting budget of $256,000. We can't do Central Europe yet, but we're on the way. Still just have the Austrian scouting package, like a big boy. It's a smart idea. We should ask their agents. If it comes up rejected again, we will. A feature that is still new to my brain. Julian Hurtado, okay. So many Colombians that end up with that 2-star, 5-star stuff. And they're just not gonna become anything. Naif, Aguerds, maybe a year or two. Maybe a year or two. He's really short for a center back. That's obviously troubling. Hummus Sabitz. Stop trying to sell me Sabitzer's brother. I don't want him. Okay. Handled. Do you think Cameron Carter-Vickers should get called up for the World Cup? I think what'll happen, maybe, is Cameron Carter-Vickers gets called up for like some pre-World Cup matches and they're just kind of test him out. Because our center back rotation, he's very, our coach, the United States coach, is very set on Miles Robertson, Walker Zimmerman, and Chris Richards as like the 3 center backs that he loves. John Brooks is not a part of that. I do absolutely believe John Brooks should be a part of that, but he's not. Mark McKenzie, to me, is somebody that should be around it. Cameron Carter-Vickers was around the national team for a little while before. We're very interested. He's very interested in joining us. They want somewhere between $350,000 and $3.5 million. Thanks. Sounds great. What about you, Marcos? The agent's going to tell me the same thing. Cleve River wants somewhere between 10 to 13 million. Well, that's annoying. And his wage demands are insanely high. So let's work on Tarius Jurgen Jacobson here. Because I feel like maybe a little international bonus of 300,000 and let's do installments. 150,000 each year. How do we feel about this? I hate you guys. Bazan, 10 to 13 million. I can't go up there right now. I was surprised that they had him, asking priced as low as they did. I can't go up there. Not a place I can go. Slovenia beats Cyprus. So Slovenia looks like they might make the Euros. Czechia with the 5-1 over the Faroe Islands. Montenegro, Belarus with the draw. Portugal beats Bosnia again. Scotland returns to form with a win over Armenia. Big 4-1 win. Hungary draws Finland in the group that continues to just beat itself up. A group that is certainly very interesting is going to go to the winter windows like that. And we get Albania at home after a 2-0 win on the road. The Cameron Carter-Vickers hasn't had a bad game all season. Yeah, but you got to look where he plays, too. Hey, Turden turned in 90 minutes for Slovenia. Actually played well. San Rogel played 45 minutes. Good to have him back with the Slovenian national team. Super annoyed about this. I like how it just says ex-Austria star. It doesn't tell us who. Abdujing, the deal is going through. Good stuff. That's what I'll do. So weird and annoying. Negotiate with me. What do you want? So that I can make a freaking educated decision. Belgium beat Iceland again. Slovakia won again against Luxembourg away. The Slovakia national team. Look at Switzerland. Ukraine beats Moldova 4-2. Oh my God. Moldova's absolutely in the mud. I already asked the agent Reinstar, but it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Moldova had a 2-1 lead in the 88th minute and lost 4-2. That is just impressive. Romania's at it again. Look at Romania go. Worst Romanian team ever. Ireland blows them out 5-2. Croatia flattens Andorra 4-0. Serbia, nice win. Greece can't beat Estonia, so I guess they're not going to the Euros. They needed an 84th minute equalizer against Estonia. Russia handles Israel. I'm going to make sure the Netherlands is okay. Norway just ran over Malta. So the way everything is set up here, Serbia, Russia, Greece, Israel, all I guess in with a chance, but Israel lost both of its matches in this window and only has wins over Estonia and Gibraltar, so they're probably out of contention. Romania is down on 3 points with Andorra and Malta right now. Croatia, Ireland, Norway pushing for spots. What's the qualifying again? I remember. Oh, second place teams get sorted in a group, right? How did Portugal and Germany end up in the same group? And how is... Oh, well, I guess Belarus is right next to them because they played 4 matches. Anyways. Slovakia is ahead of England thanks to 2 more matches played. Schedule's a little weird, isn't it? Netherlands is out of a spot right now. They're behind Switzerland and Ukraine. That is not an easy group. Kosovo is leading its group right now over Denmark, Lithuania, Sweden with a terrible start. Scotland's jumped top of their group. Hungary, then Armenia, then Turkey, then Finland. That's brutal. And Italy has jumped out to the lead, but I think they play on the same day that we do. This will be our 3rd qualifying match in the Euros. You see the speedrunner beat Elden Ring in 6 minutes, 59 seconds, just under 7 minutes. Yeah, those people are insane. That's just, that's not something I could ever do, would ever want to do, but watching those people like actually do that sort of stuff is just absolutely crazy. Just under 7 minutes. Okay. Vanderhorst transfer saga is Fortuna Dusseldorf are interested. Okay. Oh, now we're negotiating. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So say I really appreciate the fact that we are negotiating. So they want a lot of money for Tarius Jørgen Jakobsen. He just turned 18. We know how good this guy is. I'll give you $1 million a year over the next couple of years. The reason I don't normally use installments, I want to use them here because we're about to come into a ton of money. Tarius Jørgen Jakobsen, the young attacking fullback with a very bright future. Trashest talk of internal takeover. The second time he's trash talk of a takeover. Not talking transfer stories today. Abdou Dieng has signed his deal. 21-year-old wing player. More appealing options. Monaco, PSG, Dortmund. Yeah, but I'm here right now, bud. I'll tell you what. I'll give you that regular starter right now with a little star player in 2 years. If you follow me, follow my lead. I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. I'll give you important player in 2 years. Intensive language course. How is that possible? How you just are telling me I can give 400,000 to Pavlyuko with an 800,000 backloaded thing? Ridiculous. Okay, we're going there. Andreas Istabo's got a friendly relationship with me. That means this guy is the agent for Torbjornsson as well, which is great news. We'll do a little international cap bonus. Put that up at 4,000. Do a little team of the year bonus already in there. We're gonna up that though to $45,000 check if you get in the team of the year. And Champions League first knockout round. Big old Champions League knockout round bonus. Well, that didn't help. We're some way apart here. Yeah. Oh, that was easy. Okay. Tarje Sjogren Jakobsen. And a fee that will... Torbjornsson, you want to endorse the move? All right. Couldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt. It could not hurt. So we got offers. All from Salny, all from the North African leagues, so no. Okay, there's a 16-year-old at Fenerbahce that looks very good. Harun Akichi. I'm going to save us here and not do that. 20-year-old Congolese player. I'm interested. Jakob Hahn. We start. All these are going to be some start. We started scouting these guys. Karel Shovsky, no. Cancel the assignment. Save you some time. No. Okay, I need to start. I don't want to not interest these guys because they're amazing wonder kids, but at the same time, like, I get it. They're on the loan list. Very, very clear to me they're on the loan list. I was paying attention, so just got to get to the other news. Just got to get to the other news. Ivo Grbic, the goalkeeper at Leeds. I really don't like Ivo Grbic. I had him in my first save of the year, and he wasn't good.
I don't have a dad joke, but glad to be back as a hammer.
We're glad to have you back, Knight. Thank you for the 3 months as part of the Hammers. Yeah, it was Evo Garbage. You guys remember Evo Garbage, of course. Andre Clements. Cool. All right, we should be showtime. At home against Albania. We got to make this count. All right, I'm going to start Marco Friedel instead of Maximilian Weber. I am going to start... do I want to start David Affengruber? No, probably not. Grilic didn't play well, so we'll give Saver Schlager a chance. Baumgartner, we got Gruel. Erkin Kara's a no, so I'm going to start Elias Havel. Elias Havel. I'm going to take out Marisic and start Maximilian Weber. A little more offensive mindedness here. Stefan Posch, Maxi Weber. Cool. Very neat. Very neat. Okay. They are packing it in today, but they do have those two strikers, so we can't play high line. Deft. Tactically deft. All right, here we go. Always a rare, fun occasion to coach the national team on the field. We are at home against Albania in Euros qualifying. We have 6 points from our first 2 matches of qualifying. We've beat North Macedonia at home and Albania away, and now we get Albania at home. Land of the Hammers, Österreich. Let's go! Be one of those coaches, like firing up the crowd. They're going 5 at the back today, so they're being a little harder to break down. Why no high line versus 2 strikers? You can do it against 1. You can do it against 2 if they're slow, but their guys aren't. There's just too many spaces. And those 2 strikers, you end up in those positions where they're 2-on-2 against the center backs. It's what I try and create. It's why I play with 2 strikers. Even though my national pool doesn't have a lot of strikers, we've turned Hannes Wolf into a striker, and we found Erkan Kara. How is that not a highlight for Yusuf Demir? He did nothing at Albania. I'm going to need him to show up today. He's our Messi. He has to do good things. There we go. That's a good pass. Hannes. Oh, Elias Havel. What Posh? We're good. Love a ball-playing defender. Maximilian Weber. What a freaking play that was. You see that? That's what it's like having a Man City rotational player on your back line. He just picks the ball up. He's like, I'm going. See you guys later. Just wanders forward. Picks out the pass to Hannes Wolf. Give me it. Give me that! There he goes again. Oh, Hannes. Conrad Leimer. Nicholas Savold. What about? Oh, baby, it's Havel! Three caps and 2 goals for the young boy, Elias Havel. What a start to his international career. And Zealand Shannon might have found a star boy in an Austrian shirt. Put us in the Euros, baby. Put us in the Euros. Albania was we were worried about this team. You know, this was a group with no super easy teams to play against, and a couple teams that are more than capable of getting to the Euros in Albania and North Macedonia. And we are looking to dispatch them. Back in, yes, Savold, Yusuf, Hannes. Hannes! Elias Havel, though, is stapled himself into my not starting lineup, but into my team selection. Honestly, I might drop Sasha Kalajic in favor of not Rastanic, but we might look for somebody else. I don't really like Kalajic. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, Yusuf, no. Havel! Havel! Do I still have Alaba? No, I do not. I'm well controlling possession. Yes, control away. Play the game. Play the game. Let's go Dario. Oh, hold on. Still out of order. Okay. Whoa there, bud. Thanks. Let's go Dario for Conrad, then move Posh over here. And we'll play him as a fullback and attack, but in a bad game. Having a bad old game there. And we could bring in Flavius Daniliuk as a ball winner for Xaver Schleger. I'm going to do that too. Flavius Daniliuk. Or do we want Grill? Nah, that's stupid. Just bring in Grillage, man. Just bring in Grillage, deep lying playmaker it. You're fine. Trust what you have. Trust what you have. So just need to do that. And then we have Stefan Posch, who's here, who is a nice target for set pieces. Make the changes. Probably Baumgartner. Give me Christoph! Christofferson, get in! We are on extended highlights for those curious. Oh, give me this. One for the road in Vienna. Marizic! They called a handball on that play. They called a handball in Football Manager. I'm suing. I've had it up to here. Oh, Havel's on. He's onside. No, he's really? He's sitting the other center back? Wasn't? Wow, whatever, he missed anyways. One for the road in Vienna. That's 3 clean sheets in a row in qualifying, chat. 3 clean sheets in a row for Euros qualifying. 5-0, 2-0, 1-0. We're done playing Albania. 9 points from 3. We've beat North Macedonia once. We've got 1 more match against them, 2 Azerbaijan and 2 France. So that's our spot. Just need to, like I said, if we get 3 points out of every match that's not France, we're going to the Euros. And that's our focus. And we're 3 matches away. We're 3 for 3 so far. We're 3 matches away now. 3 matches away. Great performance. And now we focus on our transfer window with Floridsdorfer. That's what, yeah. If we win every match that's not against France, we should be second place. Absolutely no problem. Do you think you can beat France? Yeah, we beat Brazil in March. We played a friendly in England against Brazil. And we beat them 1-0. So I think we can beat anybody in the world, absolutely. But the point is, I'm not going to expect for us to beat France. I'm not going to count on us beating France. As long as we take care of business against everybody else, we get 3 points. And honestly, Albania was probably the toughest test. Away to North Macedonia is not an easy game. But Albania is probably the toughest test there. Right? Because they're a team that makes the Euros, a team that's got some sneaky talent. And we beat them in a big window. We beat them in both matches. We held them out of the goal in both matches. Stankovic with 3 clean sheets in 3, and there we go. Champions League money doesn't come in until we actually go into the group stage, so it won't hit until, like, the end of August. No, that's not true. It'll hit somewhere in August. When does the group stage actually start? Early September? Do you have all the qualifying stuff? No! Really, Cardiff? Really? Finish 14th of the chain. You're gonna waste Go Tuan Vu. You are gonna waste Go Tuan Vu. Bordeaux was not one of the clubs that he liked more than us. I am not happy that they put an offer in regardless. I'll declare interest in him to let him know we really love him. The relocation's completed. Spokesperson. During a brief ceremony at Karl Yzda Stadium, a spokesperson declared the club anticipated the new stadium would cause a surge in support and interest from the local community in Vienna. It had been necessary for the club to take out a loan of $35 million to complete the works. The objective of building a new stadium has finally been realized. Their vision for the future is very much taking shape. And we have moved into the Karl Yzda Stadium in Vienna. Under soil heating. Let's go. 18,789 capacity, and I cannot wait to get on that field and play our first game there. I cannot wait. It's going to be an absolute blast. Udinese step up their chase for Turden. Started the domestic transfer window. Sjogren Jakobsen in a Floridsdorfer jersey. Absolutely. He's our absolute number one priority. He's a player that can take us to the next level. This is absolutely somebody that I want to deal with. You know, we want to get the deal done early. We want to know he's a Floridsdorfer player. That's what we care about. That is what we care about. Well, yeah, there we go. The salutes to the Karl Yzda Stadium. Shin Yu-min transfer offer. I'm going to take this. We couldn't get a loan. We couldn't get a move. I'll take 150,000 for Shin Yu-min of Taiwan. Have fun. What was the other offer? Vince Brody. Oh, now this is intriguing because so the value of this contract's already like 1.3 million. I think we might be able to get 4 or 5, and I think I might take that for Vince. We'll see. I like Vince. I trust Vince. I think we might be able to get some serious money here. Like actual, not silly putty money. Yeah. Went too high. Should have gone 4. Let's increase our percent of transfer revenue, please. Thank you. I'd like to increase percent of transfer revenue with that sale coming in from Shin Yu-min. We want to maximize our money. Now that we're making sales. Please and thank you. All right, first wall of scouting reports from the U20 World Cup. We've got some pretty darn competent Turkish players, it would seem. We need more scouting to kind of narrow them down. Jang Byum-suk. I already kind of know about him. Yang Shengyun, already know about him. Choi Zhong Shinyang. Zhong Shinyang is 18 and turned 18 just a couple months ago. Definitely not. Shinde Jun, there we go. Chance for a couple good players. Now we're on Uruguay. Nahuel Artigas. Diego Sarmiento. Gabriel, nope. Ruben Lopez. Andres Arey. Well, he's an athlete, and he's 17, so. Jonathan Rodriguez. Ooh, hello. No, God. Yeah, you get the idea. Sean Wilkie. I feel like I've already scouted that guy. Sonam Khan. Mohammed Bin Yahya. Oh, Callum Henderson. We've definitely already scouted. Mandramutu. Kevin Mandramutu. We have to give him 41 and a half, but if we give him 41 and a half, we can probably remove that stuff. I'm just gonna, I mean, it literally is the cheapest possible contract we can give to somebody from outside of Austria. Why not? We'll take that flyer. Lewis Hamill, Aussie. What do we see? He's a ball winner. We see some pretty serious holes, so we're going to need to scout him up some more. This guy doesn't want to move. He's under 18. Totally understandable, dude. I get you. I get you. I understand you. Rest in peace to the Falk plots. I know. The move-in completed, and here we are in the Karlista. What happens when the team I'm managing gets a new owner? If you're doing well, nothing other than you're going to get a new set of budgets and everything. You know, they'll set up your budget. They'll meet with you. They're going to have different priorities. They'll definitely have a different financial situation. Sun Jaewin, that's an absolute no. Haruna Hassan. Is that Leeds? That's the dude at Leeds. This dude is a big no. Ifeanyi Precious. Big yes. Or Ifeanyi Precious. And we look forward to our reports next week from the next set of teams that made the U20 World Cup. Thank you very much. Can you do marker in chat? Doesn't work for me. Unexpected error. I believe it might be broken. The UEFA Under-21 Championship. A beautiful time to scout. Mom! Mom, there's a 16-year-old on Spain's U21 team! He's 16 on Spain's U21s! Come quickly! Sorry, I just had to... Well, what were we looking at? Oh. What was that? Just looking at something. His name's Mark Buttle. Sometimes you can't make it up. Mark Buttle. Great work. Croatia. Okay, the Croatian national team, the U21 Croatian national team. We already have here Gabriel Halilovic. Fun. Sweden. Sweden. I'll take the dudes from the Swedish league that are 20 years old as well. France. There is also the starting goalkeeper for the French U21 team is 16. Ali Bube. Well, that dude's just going to be a world-class goalkeeper for the rest of the save. So that's fun. Did we actually do the scouting? I don't think we did. Mainly because my input seems to be very weird today. There's already being scouted. Okay. A German U21 national team. I see a few people that are perhaps a little expensive for our taste. But what if we scouted the rest of those people, including the 17-year-old Mark Aaron Wolf? He doesn't seem very good, does he? Okay, Italy. Giacomo Miri's on the team. Our boy Giacomo. It's a wild group. Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Slovakia. Good luck to Slovakia. Which is basically our team anyways. Very old U21 national team for the Netherlands. Slovakia, of course, our favorite stomping ground, and we are going to, they've got a lot of good young players apparently in this save. And we are intrigued by that. Very intrigued. Northern Ireland U21s. Now, I would be surprised if we found somebody that I was like, absolutely, we need to just backflip over there and grab this guy, but Romania too, considering how bad they've been in this whole effort. The U23 team seems to be very weird here for Turkey, but we're already scouting Turkey from the U20 World Cup. Yet we're not scouting these folks. They didn't go to the U20 World Cup. They went to the U21 Euros. On loan from Fenerbahce, and that dude's already at Torino and is playing at incredibly high levels. Never mind. Wales. Rodri Hanbury. Already looked at England's. There's never going to be an affordable person there. And Poland's rocking an old team, but we do have a shot at a few guys. Portugal also rocking an old team, but there is one guy, Fernando Novais, that looks affordable. And Russia might very well already be scouting a lot of these guys. Well, we'll throw them in again. Take a look. And our scouting is officially off the chain. We have done that biannual dump of players onto our entire scouting department for them to just figure it out. All right, I want everybody to just take a moment. I want you to just take a moment. Moment of silence, really. And imagine what it will be like to have this Norwegian wingback on our team. Imagine what it will be like to have that Norwegian wingback on our team. Life would be good. He'd be fast. We would be set at right back. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. He's making his decision about whether he's going to play for us or somebody else. Oh, we're up to 50% transfer revenue. I mean, I'll take it. I didn't know we were that low, but I will take the increase. Uldrich Kushar doesn't have the potential, so we're going to let him go. Just imagine he's on our team. Imagine. Hey, you guys finally used the sign this player redemption appropriately. We do want Buttle. Very well used. We do want Buttle. Exotics, happy 2 years, my dude. Happy 2 years. Darby Boots, thank you so much for the 9 months. The Prime. Josh, thank you for the Prime, and welcome to the Hammers as well. I really appreciate that. Rusu, hey! I'm just glad he's getting on the field because he was out like the last 3 months, the regular part of the season there. He's not a contract guy. You're not a contract guy either, Villalobos. So just take a look at both of you. I am manifesting that we sign this amazing 16 years. What's he? I think he's 18. I think he turned 18 like a month ago. Only a few guys. Is Johannes Handel close to the team? Yeah, we'll go to China. Let's just go watch Johannes Handel in China. Use the company jet for something, right? Might as well. Admiral Bundesliga review. Biggest overachievers. Look back at some great wins along the way with perhaps a notable, including a highly impressive 5-0 dismantling of Altausch Reinsdorf, an emphatic 5-1 over Wolfsberger, comprehensive 5-1 over Austria Vienna, and a 3-2 triumph over Salzburg. Balas led the way to glory for the champions, notching 23 goals en route to sealing the Admiral Bundesliga crown. Top assist getter in the entire season was Owen Vanderhorst with 11 assists, including 6 in his last 7 games, and Bojan Brodnjak won Player of the Year. Season to remember, thanks to results like our win against Austria Vienna, managed to finish second, 2 spots further. Oh, it's messing up because we finished second before the league split. Oh no! I've been frustrated by the team's 2-2 draw with Austria Vienna at the Falkplatz. No teams inhabit the Falkplatz anymore. It stands there as a testament. The league signing of the season? Yes, I think signing the Golden Boot winner for 1.1 million counts as a signing of the season. Good call. Rule change. Just literally updating the years on everything. Okay. And it turns over. All right, time to turn it over. Payroll budget for recruitment analysts? Sure. Yeah. Sure. Sounds good to me, boss. All right, season's turned over. Excellent season, excellent championship season for Floridsdorfer AC. Come on. He's deciding between us and Bordeaux. We're in the Champions League, dude. We are in the Champions League. Remember that. Remember that. Remember where you could go, where you could be playing, the teams you could be playing against. Remember that. Didier Jean. Very, very solid. I will not be joining that. Youth players promoted to the amateur team. Vilkert, Carlos Strobel, Kovacevic, Bastian Brauer, Adrian Martins, Abel Heffler, and Eric Stumpf. Nice. Jad Elimsolny. Oh, to Tyrol. Oh, yeah, it's a fantastic loan deal for Jad Elimsolny. Yes, have fun. Go down to the second division. It is an important player all season. Sounds fantastic. Wow, that was a fantastic offer.
Why did Eminem prefer the Johnson & Johnson vaccine? You only get one shot.
This opportunity only comes once in a lifetime, yo! Eminem needs to drop some new stuff, dude. That's where I'm at. Smith, Damian Bowder, yeah. Oh, Bobby Smith has found the wall. Anybody interested in him? Yes. Werder, I'm not going to lie to you. If you show up with 18.25 million, I will shake your hand off. That being said, A-. Hey, we got nearly $1 million for the Bundesliga TV rights. It's a sad day for me. We couldn't find a loan for him. You know, I all said this wasn't a good deal. You know what? We ended up making $100,000. We signed Taiwanese Shin Yu-min from West Virginia Alliance, and he signs a $150,000 transfer to Austria Vienna for the coming season. You know what? You know, you say that'll make all the difference. It will. It's a great piece of business. Shen Yumin, after a year moving over to Europe, is on the move to Austria Vienna, where they're probably going to loan him out to the second division because we were unable to do that. See you later, dude. See you later, Shen Yumin. Keep pushing Taiwan forward, you know? Keep pushing Taiwan forward. Work permit application for Kevin Madramutu has been submitted. And honestly, interested to see how good Kevin Madramutu is. Guyana, okay. Interested to see if he represents that national team if Canada doesn't come calling. But honestly, Canada probably will eventually come calling. Jakob Hön. Nico on. Yep, oh, still aware of him. I guess this is all the Austria scouting reports. Okay. I don't even care. Ugh, don't even care. God. No more Asian Cup qualifier updates if we sell Bobby Smith. No, it's okay. We still have Danny Ding. He's in the Aussies. He's with the Aussies. Igor Shodin dropped a 6.1 against France. Gotta love it. Simcoe dropped a 6.0 against Italy. And Boran dropped a 6.3. God, we're good. Our boys are not on the best teams. What is our... I am not starting our preseason that early. I will leave our preseason for another week. I will start it on this Monday because apparently we've got the OFB, the Uniqua OFB Cup first round in 32 days for Floridsdorfer. So, fun. What do Austria Vienna want with him? I don't know. I mean, we are better than them, so he's probably at least like near us up to Fringe, Simcoe to squad, Danny Ding to regular starter. That's fine. Unchanged playing. Players were no longer expecting it. They acknowledge the squad is improved. Christian Kuba and Paul Russo. Okay. Simcoe, I'm going to need to take that back down, boss. Yeah, he's okay with Impact subs. We'll just take him down to Impact sub. Those other guys, fine. Danny Ding's going to be right in that first team all year, so. Got it. Code of conduct. 1 week. I'd like to just make it a week there. Multiple booking suspensions. Okay to half week. There we go. And Solgin Shaheen's on the move. Interesting. Hello, squad. Ready to finish the top 3 this season. Brilliant. That's what I want to hear. No promises. Here's the code of conduct. That's great. And we're ready to go. Everybody's back and we're resting until the start of next week. Hello, Kevin. How are you doing today? Kevin Madramutu will be joining us in July. Well, that's not good. This also not good. We're going to deal with that in a second, but it does mean that he wants to join us. Our competition dropped 2. We just got passed by Russia and Belgium. But we moved up to the top 100 clubs in Europe. We're the 82nd biggest club in Europe. Which, like, nice. You know, we moved up 58 spots with our big league win. We just moved ahead of Newcastle. What is up? Bro, what's up? Okay, start negotiations. So he wants... That's it? I can't offer that. Why? Why can I not offer this? Oh my god, it's a glitch. No, it's not that my board won't... It's not a competition that we're in. I'll give him 90,000 if we win the Admiral Bundesliga instead, and I'll up it to 650 because he wants to play for us. Yes. He just came to us and said, look, I want a better contract. Bordeaux's giving me a better contract. Say yes. Oh! I know we're not in the competition yet because June 30th is when it goes through. We got him anyways. Tarje Sjøgren Jakobsen. He'll be 18 years old all this year. He's balanced. He's got offense. He's got defense. He's already an outrageous athlete. He's got a great feel for the game. Incredible team player. Incredibly consistent. And just an absolute mammoth signing for Floridsdorfer AC. I simp for Zealand. Absolute baller, Tarje Sjøgren Jakobsen. He will get a face soon. I just haven't moved the Nugan over for my old computer. I know I procrastinated that, but the videos come first. Tarje Sjøgren Jakobsen. Yeah, now we've got two great young Norwegians. He's already got 15 caps for the Norwegian U21 team, which is how we found him. That national team scouting, again, coming in huge for us. He's going to be he simply is going to be an outrageous athlete by the time he's fully developed. He's going to have 18, 19 in acceleration, agility, balance, pace, get up to 14, 15, but the quickness that he will have on display, his ability to work hard on the, oh my God, he's so good. The key to that, right? Like I ignored this once, it's back already. The key to that is how balanced he is, right? He has this amazing potential, but it's not like he doesn't have 5 crossing, you know, and he's better at defense. That dude's going to be an elite, complete wingback. He's got the intelligence. He works incredibly hard, right? And if he develops in all of those aspects, you get like 13, 14s on defense, and going forward, we're talking about just a really good player. A really good player. A lot of these will be I started scouting, so what we're looking for are players that we don't want to waste our scouts' time on, so that they can move on to scouting the next person in our very long list of talented young players, which is, of course, how we found Tarje. And then, honestly, one of the smarter things I've done, the moment that it was recognized in the game that we were going to, right, like the moment it was recognized in the game that we were going to be in the Champions League, I rescouted my entire target list because that, we wanted to update their interest in joining us. And obviously, Tarje didn't want to join us before. Now he does. And now he has signed a contract. He wanted to join us so much that he came to us with Bordeaux's contract and he said, look, I need you to give me a little more money. This is what they offered me. I love that. Very realistic part of Football Manager. I think it's great. He came to me and said, hey, if you can match their offer, I'd rather play in the Champions League group stage as a regular starter. And we'll take that with a release clause of 17.5 million that honestly he's probably going to hit. Johan Cabrera. Okay. That I would just wait for the end of the report, but that guy looks good for sure. Faux show. There's one. 18-year-old Luis Murillo. Not even done with the report yet, and it's almost like completely done. This Peruvian team has some dudes on it. Has some dudes of serious interest on it. Wilmar Rondon. Let it go. Alireza Karimi, Valentin Frosh, my favorite Iranian name, of course, but he's not that. Aref Mohammadi, love it. Shaheen Mohammadi, there we go. There we go. Nice, all rushing out. He's all vibes. That scares me. His attributes actually look pretty good. Hossein Khani, no. No, Dimitris Gatselos, how did you get into the team? Tomas Kapatanakis. Well. That's some dribbling. Gerard Batsile. Felix Preval. Hey, we got one good one. I have a feeling there's going to be better Brazilians in this scouting report than you. Marcone. Honestly, there's not. Okay. Ignatius Ganago. Like Saint Ignatius? Nice. Fancy. Brandon Tagle. Davud Mustafavi. Angelos Tumos. He's actually pretty cheap. Ignacio La Quintana. My apologies, Sam. You're fine. Sepulveda. Rent contract actually got a shot to have a couple of good guys on it, like for reals. How many backups do you recommend per position? See, I usually will have one direct backup that can do the job, but I'll also have a couple of guys that, you know, the type of guys you like to have on your bench that can play a lot of different positions and can kind of cover up those different spots. So I'm going to start training on Monday, and I'm going to bring in my training regime, schedule games on Saturday, and bring in my training schedule. Of course, we just made a video about, hey, Rusu, keep on playing, dude. Keep on playing. Okay. So let me set that up now so that I don't forget. They want a full week of rest, and then I guess they want to treat the cup match as a warm-up. That's totally fine. Let's bring in our custom schedule, the mysterious thing. Then we'll schedule a match on the 3rd. We will schedule a match on the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th. And custom schedule mysterious thing, 3rd, 10th, 17th, and we should get 4 weeks of this in. So 26th, 3rd, 10th, 17th. Easy. Range friendly, multiple friendly matches. 26th. Similar reputation teams. Foreign, let's play Dinamo Zagreb. We've got a nice big stadium now, so this is going to count. Let's play Copenhagen. Let's play there and there as well. No. I don't want that one. Don't want that one. Just want these three. Thanks. Alain? No, similar reputation. How about a smaller reputation team? Foreign. Oh, it's because I know why. Okay. Yeah, I'll play Alain. It's because we're on tour in the UAE. I totally forgot about that. Dinamo Copenhagen, our tour, we play at Ain. And then we cannot play on the 17th. I think that is the match. Cool. So that should get some boys sharp. You should probably rename the mysterious thing now that the video's out. No, it just keeps it mysterious. Maragic on the move to Utrecht. That's a like-for-like move there. I don't have the match review on my thing. The horror. Is it on the 17th? It is. Okay, 3 friendly matches, Dinamo Zagreb, Copenhagen, and Al Ain to look forward to. Our club's about to hit the field. Oh, Manuel scored for Peru. Okay. Okay. Off the mark for Peru. Okay. Survived. We just pushed right. Oh, the Gold Cup. Cuba's in the Gold Cup. Alfredo Moblanche gets to play in a Continental Comp. Let's go. Didn't expect that. What are the groups? Cuba, Curacao, Suriname, US. Yo, Cuba can get out of that. Suriname and Curacao are slightly better than Cuba, but Cuba can get out of that. Canada, Costa Rica, Guadeloupe, Panama. That's a fun group. Haiti, Honduras, Jamaica, Martinique is another fun group. I think you got 4 teams that can get out there. Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Mexico, Trinidad, and Tobago. These are very good groups. The U.S. also got a really easy group. Alfredo Moblanche is going to take him to school. Semifinal in the Nations League. France beats Spain 5-2. So the French are into the final. They will be playing the English because the English are simply unkillable on the international scene. We are sure of that. You gonna do a watch along for the UCL matches? I am not. No. Congrats on winning the league. Thank you, Giraffe Artillery. Pulisic starting today? Probably not. It's not like he's been great recently. Should have the lineups available. No, he's not. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is, though. Kovacic has been great recently. But obviously Benzema's going to score a hat trick, so it doesn't really matter, does it? World Cup squads named. Joseph Croston is at the competition for the United States. And guess who isn't? Owen Vanderhorst. Why? Who the heck is better than Owen Vanderhorst? He is still uncapped. Dude just led the league in assists and led us to a league championship. What do you have against Owen? Oh, God, that is so expensive. His wage is outrageous. Beckham Castro. America de Cali. No. Ace Tasa, current ability will keep the hope alive. Started scouting Akbar Savari. Well, we haven't finished a lot of these reports yet. Giannis Petropoulos. Okay. Franz Namfi. No. Jean-Baptiste Now. Nope. Paulo Renato. Yep. Shivan Marquez. Yep. Alexandra. Nope. Mateus Felipe. Yep. Timothy Anderson. Oh, we're into the Americans, finally. Brad Mendoza's a no for me. Max Rayfield. I'm ready to kind of jump on that. I think because we're talking minimum contracts, I think I'm ready to jump on that. That's disgusting. No compensation, $44,000 a year, and we can just sign him. We're giving that guy a chance immediately. That's what's exciting about the Americans and the Canadians, is that youth system just has a terrible compensation structure. So you can jump on somebody that looks really, like, solid immediately. That guy's already at Freiburg, so we can't do it for him. This guy's at San Antonio. Emmanuel Iradragori. Close enough. Just keep scouting him for now. So we got one. Oh, he's already at a team. That's so annoying. He's in Switzerland, of all places. Jean-Louis Bernie. Okay.
Said please cancel scouting assignments by going to the priorities list and canceling everything that's an E or something. Please.
Shagamalaga, we do it this way. We do it the one at a time when we're going through and we look at the guys. So we can see more here than we can see on that page. It's also a nice advanced warning on somebody that we would like to go after immediately, based off what we see. Ross Chrysostomo. Okay. Handled. Told you, England beats Germany 2-0. The final is France and England, the two teams that we have to play. Simcoe drops to 6.1. Baran drops to 6.4. Slovakia gets absolutely bomba-clapped out of the U21 Euros. But congrats to Slovakia for getting the U21 team there. That's what matters. My FM keeps crashing during games. I have a MacBook M1. Turn the settings down for animation all the way and see if it runs then. That would be my first thing to test. Will be that. All right, we are going to have to do something that we've learned in training from now on.
Up the Dorfers.
Aruna, Hassan, Sano, Ifianye, Precious is a yes. Potential issue with Vanderhorst wants a new contract. What are we paying him? Till 2029? Paying him 187? Yeah, he's about to ask for a boatload of money. Let's see what he wants. He wants important player. We'll take it down to regular. We'll appoint him as captain. That's not going to happen. Challenge for a domestic cup. We're so sad. Oh, well, I guess I need to talk him out of it. Pablo? Oh, good. Oh, good. Thank goodness. Couldn't even agree on the initial set of stuff. I don't want important player on Vanderhorst. He's very good, but I don't want important player on Vanderhorst. Oh, Paul! 90 minutes, a goal. And it looks like Romania's headed to the next round, right? Oh, it's literally just top two. It just goes to a quarterfinal. Yes, okay. Romania is headed to the next round. They won all three. Wales, Northern Ireland in the mud. Netherlands in the mud. Italy, Germany through. Spain, France, headed Croatia, Sweden.
A while ago that if you bring players on after the 75th minute, because it doesn't generate a match report, it can affect their development. Know anything about this? Maybe something to test?
It doesn't affect their development negatively, but a match report affects their development positively. So if you're bringing in young players to get experience, bring them in before the 75th minute, Charlton. That is true and is part of our training video series that we're making. Rob, thank you for the 3 months as well. Only player on international duty. They make Lima a target. Alrighty. Well, that's his release clause, so let's offer him out for that release clause and see if we get a bite. 5.75 million for Nick Lima. Domagoj Kovacevic, 18 years old, playing on the amateur team, which we don't put a lot of value in. Probably get him out for $60,000, $50,000. Still better than nothing for Lafnitz. Kovacevic on the move. Now, that's not what I said. That is certainly not what I said. You have to pay his release clause. And you are even closer to his release clause. You have to pay his release clause. Okay. He isn't interested in speaking to them anyways. He doesn't want to go to the second division. If they want him, they'll need to meet our evaluation. Okay, so what we need to do on training is actually do something that I've never done before, but we are going to go... Is it glitched? Interesting. It just pops to the intensity amount. Well, that's certainly not great UI, but I get it. I'm going to pop this so that the training intensity is a little different. We want to put everybody on automatic training. This is very important. Okay, there are a couple people that showed in Moblanche, Baran, Simco, Rusu that might not be. And this is double. Okay. If you are fully fit, you get double intensity training. That is something that we needed to set up. Cool. Who's interested? 13 players. Vanderhorst's got Köln and Dusseldorf around. Lima's, of course, got a whole bunch of people around. Christian Turden's got Pauk and Besiktas. Happy with that asking price? Oh, goodness. Okay. Be happy with an asking price of $9 million. Goodness me. I'm going to look like a genius. We'll make sure he's okay with that asking price before we start offering out. Bobby Smith, as Werder Bremen looking at him. Damian Boudry. I would love to do a loan. He needs a loan. He needs playing time. Pick up his wage and give him regular starting time. Okay, let's go Tim Blake. A lot of loan interest in Timmy Blake. He's somebody that does have first team potential at this club. American center back. Give him a little regular starter opportunity, and he is all yours. Elim Salni's already got a great deal going. Dennis Werner has a serious outside shot to be a... he does have a serious outside shot to be a first team guy. So go. I need it for a year or two, homegrown, whatever. Werner Hartinger. Let's just see what people are interested in. Manuel Baum. Now I'm feeling loan list, actually. There's potential there. I'd love to help him reach it. I just love the beginning of a transfer window. So much feeling of possibility and progress. Bayerline, his contract's about to expire. All yours. Abel Effler. Somebody should want him for loan. I mean, he's got a lot of ability right now relative to second division, for example. He should be able to get a regular starting spot down there. And Kovacevic, we've already cemented the deal. So just, oh yeah, I have to go watch a match in China, right? Just catching a flight, you know? Oh, see you later. Yeet! We don't need a goalie. Nope. We do not need a keeper. Loan offer for Damian Boudry from Blau-Weiss Linz. I know Blau-Weiss Linz. That's a good club. And they want to loan in a couple of my guys. And who are you? Strasbourg? Oh, you're in the second division. Awesome. And you're not going down, right? Yeah, you probably just got promoted in there. And you are going to get Dennis Werner in. And that is exciting. Hartlinger for, well... I don't think we're going to get a lot of money. So, yeah, we'll sell him. Abel Heffler. Yep, Strasbourg wants him. I was right. And we got no complaints from Turden about his new asking price, which means we can offer him out, which is huge. Offer him out at that price. None of these guys drawing my attention yet. Johan Cabrera, though, is close.
Have your goalkeeper attribute priorities changed since the video? What would you say are the top 3 most important stats?
Top 3 most important stats for a goalkeeper are... I always look at balance and agility. Always. Quickness, which is all called balance and agility, right? Size, reflexes. That's what I'm looking for. After that, it's all the mental stuff. After I look at those, I'm looking at all the mentals, the decision making, the positioning, but that's kind of gravy. What made Joe Croston great? Balance, agility, reflexes. Dude was a cat. The important stats are save percentage, XG prevented, and clean sheets. Well played. He didn't say attributes. It's IL's pet peeve. Oh, we actually just finished scouting Marconi in a week. Committed attacking midfielder Marconi from Bahia. Yeah, well, he works hard. He's also not an attacking midfielder at all. But, you know, we'll keep an eye on him. If something goes wonky, we want to be the team that can jump, can pounce. Elgain Shaheen. 22-year-old Austrian midfielder that has had a lot of eyes on him and is looking to move kind of laterally to Groningen. Okay. Oh, okay, Grace. So that dude looks bad on the rating, but actually is sticking to some sort of potential here. We're going through the DR Congo team. Chancellor Mionga, okay. Sebastian Luna, Mexico. It's probably going to have at least one really good person. Probably. Vladimir Kamara, Bernardo Balde, Michael Nunez, Ismail Fisher, Tabong Mashego. John Perez. Okay. Usman Kamano. Of course we know Usman Kamano. He's from the last time we did this giant scouting jump on everybody. Lucas Pierre, not interested, thank you. Nemanja Gavrich is on the loan list. I suppose I'll add him to that loan list. We bring back Nemanja just for a little stretch run. I love the scouting! Yeah, Pierre and Gavrich both just popped up on the loan list. Apparently, Leipzig's having a little buyer's remorse right now. I was going to sub to you today, but apparently yesterday somebody gifted me a sub. Well, just say thanks and enjoy the bacon, dude. We do have some lookups, and I've been powering ahead here, obsessed as I always am with the transfers and everything, but we can get to those. We've got Octavian Popescu. Octavian Popescu's at Dinamo Moscow, 24 years old, 17 caps and 2 goals for the Romanian national team. Dinamo Moscow bought him from Levante, so he moved from FCSB to Levante for 4.8 million. Played in La Liga for 3 years as a young player. That is very impressive. And Dinamo Moscow then brought him over for 12.25, paid a massive wage, I'm sure, and he dropped 10 goals in his first season. So this guy has been a legit first-team player in a top European league for, 7 seasons, it looks like, and he's 24 years old. So we're talking 17 years old, he breaks into FCSB. Charmed life of Octavian Popescu. He won a cup with Dinamo Moscow, won Romanian Young Player of the Year at one point, 2 points, was Romanian Player of the Year and Young Player of the Year, won the cup in Romania, and made his first cap against Spain when he was 20. So Octavian Popescu, living that best life. What's the next one? Riquelme. All right, we did not offer out Turden. Okay. Dejan Ljubčić form deserves an Austria recall. Well, his ability doesn't. He's playing in the MLS, dude. I mean, for real? All right, Turden. May not react well to being offered out. Dang it! We need somebody to come in with an actual offer. Palk Besiktas. I'm sure both of you would love to pay him a lot of money. Absolutely love it. So he's got 7 caps for Peru. And he's just not super in our first team picture. I find that hilarious. May not react well. Why is everybody married to the club all of a sudden? Raffanello's got interest for a loan. I would, for transfer. Whoa. What do you want? Or what are you willing to pay, I should say? Guzman, I feel like, has been here for like a year and a half, just waiting for his opportunity to shine. Shabalala. Dude actually got on the bench for one match this season, but his real future is out on loan. Being starting a Bilbao save, any tips? No. Are you sorry? You asked, is that bad? I said no. Yeah, because we're in the Champions League. So he was okay being offered out a little while ago. Said offer him out sneakily so his agent doesn't notice. I wish it worked that way. We do have offers that are not for who are these offers for? Manuel Baum. Oh yeah, I don't want to do a deal for him yet. I can get more money for him later. Dennis Werner. An offer from another team down in the second division, but it's for less playing time. Thanks for that. And we got no offers for Raffanello, Shabalala, Manuel Baum, or Ivan Guzman, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Why not a YA against super into Brian Raffanello? He's one of those Americans we just took a shot at. I want to see if we can do a loan for him. Everybody else, obviously, we can't right now. Baum's going to stir up a little interest. We have signed Max Rayfield, though, so we got that going for us. Dominic Fitz. Let's go watch Fitz. I've almost called up Fitz once. All right, France and England for the Nations League crown. And we were, of course, in England's group, so that was great. Do you think Chelsea will go through tonight? No. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I do not think they're going to pull it off, no. I would be wild if they did. I would love it. It would be chaos, and I am rooting for chaos because I root for neither team. France! Congrats on the Nations League crown. England bottles another trophy. Germany beats Spain in extra time for third. And that means that it's France winning their second Nations League title. Germany, Italy both have one. England, consecutive runner-up performances in the Nations League. Yikes out here, man. Yikes for England again. Bottled another one, lost it in the final to England. Or France. But in reality, didn't England lose to England? They did. Yeah, England lost to England today. That's what happened. Yes, we made a huge signing. We got our right back of the future in this stream. Huge signing. Who do you think's going to win the Prem? I really mean it when I say I have no idea. But if I have to pick, right, feet on the fire, I have to pick. Joao Elimzalny gets a great loan move to Tyrol in the second division. Max Rayfield of LA Galaxy's coming through. Love to see it. The 18-year-old center back who is monstrous. Whoa! This dude's a beast. He's huge. And he's got the jumping reach to match. And he's got elite balance. And his tackling is already at a very high level. He just needs to get smarter and a little quicker. Which he can do. But Max Rayfield's got U.S. national team potential, especially at center back. And we signed him completely for free from the Galaxy Academy. I love the U.S. and Canada in this game. Oi! Converted small forward. Yeah, he played small forward in high school. I need to go shoot some hoops tonight, maybe. Thought that's at 2 to 3 months. I was about to be furious. 2 to 3 weeks is fine. Joao Elimzalny. Moroccan U23 player. Get it. Get it. Thoughts on Spurs right now? Spurs doing what Spurs do. They play poorly enough that where you look at them and you go, well, guess they're going to be terrible. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Mel Blanchet. The U.S. hath no mercy for Cuba in the Gold Cup. Mel Blanchet put in a 5.8 over 90 minutes for his national team. Yeah, that'll do. That's the only senior international tournament this time, right? It's the first day of matches. What is it? Oh, that was the final from last time, was the U.S. Daryl DK! How's he doing? He's at Werder Bremen? Cool. Suriname beat wow! Suriname! 109th in the world. I don't know where that came from, because Curacao is, like, good. Yeah, they're 74th in the world. Suriname just blew them out. Yeah, Pulisic hat-trick, Aronson, Pepe, John Brooks, Gio Reyna, they got in on the act. Cuba's not... Making the Gold Cup is like the pinnacle. Gold Cup and top level of Nations League is like the pinnacle that Cuba can reach as a national team, but they're not going to do well from there. Giraffe! Thank you for the gift into Rugani. But we have the best Cuban player, so we got that going for us. We've got Alfredo Malblanche. I do not think there is another good Cuban player out there. There is Carranza, who is, like, not bad. 17 years old and plays for Atlanta United. And then they have Humberto Padilla. You know what? Screw it, dude. Oh, no, we've already scouted him once. He's okay. Or does he play Bethesda only? You know what? Let's bring in a Cuban friend for Alfredo Malblanche. Why not? That hurt. That was painful, though. That was a thumping. That was a thumping. You know what? Shout out to Romania for getting to their senior team keeps losing to these. They've lost to freaking Andorra, but their U21s made it to the quarterfinals of the Euros at the U21 level and played France tight. Italy, Spain, France, England going through. Poland, Turkey, Romania, the three underdogs. All bounced. No dice there. That stinks. Mamadou Karamoko, I'm going to go ahead and not interest you for the rest of time. Joseph Schneider. Okay, end of contract on Rodriguinho. No. Hossein Agjani. That's a good-looking striker there. That's a good-looking striker. With wonderful first touch. Dude just sits there practicing his touch. Travis Harold. Good. We're on more Americans. Hopefully we can find another good player. Vasquez is good. Santana's good. Brett Nieto. I mean, they're both probably bad, but they're not bad enough for me to get rid of them now. Ulysses Furtado, definitely out of here. Hello, Sergio. How might you be doing today, good man? That's interesting. That is a Portuguese player who has not got a lot of transfer value, but does look pretty good. That is not something I expected to find, but you always get that person from like a second or third division team that pops into a first team. That's also interesting. That is a very technical 15-year-old, and oh my god, he's 15. That's a lot of work rate and technique for a 15-year-old at Orlando Pirates right there. Portuguese players playing in Brazil? Thank you. Didn't notice that. Have you heard of FIFA Plus? That's the new streaming service? Not surprised. Everybody's got their streaming service going now. There's no reason not to. Now, I think it could be a cool thing if FIFA Plus decides to offer, a bunch of bonus coverage outside of market. I think that'd be really neat. I mean, it might be something that I even subscribe to, as objectionable as FIFA is. If they start offering like great coverage of men's and women's qualifiers, of those sorts of things, then yeah, I'm in. But that's how you get my business. Vyacheslav Kuznetsov. Si Xiaoming. I mean, I know they cost a ridiculous amount of money, and that guy doesn't want to move, but if we happen to get a good Chinese player, Samba Tiam, okay, Mohammed Kamar, you know what? There was one guy that we didn't immediately get rid of from Fiji. We will once we get the full report, but he has at least within the range of being a reasonable player for us. Somewhere within the range. 9 days away on Carlos Bedoya, Umberto. Yanis Lai. You can go ahead and not interest him. Delilio, currently scouting Josimar. I feel like I've scouted Sekou Koita before. I like Sekou Koita in real life. Patient Mickles. That's the stupidest sounding name I've ever heard. I don't know why. I'm so sorry if your name is Patient Mickles. It just sounded so funny to me. Oh. Apparently they're going to have 150 leagues, men, women, reserves. All right. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, yeah, FIFA sucks. But if they do that streaming service right, it still could be something very cool. You know what I mean? Like, it could still be something very... I was like, why are you showing me this report again? A day later to tell me that Malblanche got steamrolled by the U.S. national team. I could see it. $50,000 for Domagoj. Our youth academy product, Domagoj Kovacevic, is on to Lafnitz in the second division. Oh my God, they're not even in the second division. They're just signing Domagoj Kovacevic as a youth prospect. They're investing in youth. They're building from the bottom. Hydrate. I am. And Michael Hardinger, the 18-year-old winger who is actually really bad, is also on the move. Hello, Michael Hardinger. Boundary set for a loan move. Cool. We got a lot of good loan business done today to help get some guys some playing time they really desperately needed. And the Champions League is on. It has begun. HB of the Faroe Islands has beaten Fulgore. I believe they are Andorran. That's the San Marino team. And this is Andorra. Yeah. Santa Coloma's lost to Trepsia, which I think is like Lithuanian. Estonian. I mean, we're in the same ballpark. The Estonians have to play the first preliminary round, and so do the Faroese. But the Faroe Islands are sneaky good at this super early stage. They invest a lot in the game for a nation that is very small. What happened to the Italian dribbler? He did sign with team in Hungary? I don't know. He was in the Italian U21 team for the U21 Euros. Contract runs out at the end of the year. Take that. Robin Tapia. Contract runs out at the end of the year. I'm not going to make a move before then. Transfer saga developing on Stankovic. Oh. Looks like he might be on the move. Manuel Baum, no. Jean has moved. Signed a big contract. Good for him. Ivan Guzman. Oh, don't tell me it's third division. They're offering, like, nobody gives you star player unless it's a third division league. Ivan is better than that, okay? This dude is more than capable of lighting up the second division of Austria. I am not going to send him down to the third division of Austria. I'm not going to do it. Luciano Squadrone. I did like Squadrone. Didn't like him enough to dive in on that deal, but I liked him. Trepsa's in Kosovo? Oh, shoot. Really? Did I just misidentify a flag? That is shame. That is shameful considering my vexillology skills. Well, if it's a Kosovan team, then they obviously should be beating up a team from Andorra. A club team from Andorra. Are you kidding me? We have completed the scouting of Mateus Felipe. Let's put him on the young list. Rayfield. Oh, he actually doesn't have great potential. Well, that's unfortunate, but I do still like him. Iragori. It's just an allegory, really. Okay. We've already worked our way through a good amount of the players we were scouting. Are we playing a goalkeeperless tactic this season? Olafsson is still here until the first. I don't want to hear it. Fine. Fine. Sokolov, we've got Vartsim or Eric Pineda is the end of contract option from Deportes Quindío. Or we go to our target list and look at a goalkeeper, perhaps. A good collection of them. There's Luka Maric, who is available on the transfer list for a disgustingly small amount of money. And so we will be doing that deal for an Austrian player that is available for a disgustingly low amount of money. Please be Austria. Please be Austria. Yes! Luca! Thank you. Helmut Frank, Patrick Pence, another Austrian goalkeeper that I believe I keep calling up to the Austrian national team. So, do we have agent availability? Wow, that's a lot of money. Okay, 3.9 to 8.4 million is not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Omar Vargas. I don't like his agility and balance, but he's a Chilean national team guy at 21 years old. The value is there. Let's just see what wage he wants. Do I have 1.6 million? No. I don't. I do not have 1.6 million. Hell. Funny thing, actually. Definitely need to add to our facilities. Can we improve our youth facilities, please? Just gonna put that ask out there. We don't have any money, so we actually have enough money to complete the signing of that Austrian guy, so at least we'll have one goalkeeper. He was our backup this last 6 months. We loaned him in, and now they want to get rid of him for nothing, which is great. We'll take it. Like, we'll absolutely take that. Well, I'm taking a shot on this guy. No, his acceleration is so low. It's so low. I know he's not going to be good. I know it's just one of those things where it's like, but look at this. Potentially won't reach. That even if he does reach, you'll probably still hate him because of how slow he is. But he has no interest in even signing for me, so there's a long way to go before that's viable. Do 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 do. Wang Biao. Accidentally clicked through on that guy, so I guess he's getting scouted. Sean Min, no. Malik Sane, no. Ratu Prasad. He's actually pretty smart. Give him credit. I mean, Fiji did win their playoff to get into the U20 World Cup, so they had to have people that are at least capable of not messing everything up aggressively. And that guy fits the bill. Sean Weissman. No. Dimitar Kostadinatov or something. Paulo Cesar. Okay. We haven't found any, outstanding... What the f*** did I do to you, dude? You played 4 matches. We loaned him in for 6 months. He played 4 matches. Why does he hate the club? I'm going to start myself in goal. Yeah, I should at this point. Oh. Go to the maybes list. Not the loan. Let's do a quick reassessment of our goalkeeping options. On the maybes list, we do have Benjamin Osegovic, who is a competent Bosnia national team keeper from Sturm Graz. Agility and balance is there. Sweeper keeping is not awful. One-on-ones, reflexes, positioning. A lot to like. He is wanted by Borussia Mönchengladbach, and he definitely won a wage. Robin Zentner could be a nice band-aid until we get an actual goalkeeper in. 32-year-old from Freiburg. Speaks German, no adjustment time. He'd walk right in, size. Agile, he's kind of dumb, but again, we have no goalkeepers under contract, so it's really an anything goes situation. Adrian Ortola from Granada. Timothy Lo Tutala. A French Englishman riding the fence, I see. Sarkic. Sarkic's the guy that was at Wolves for a while. I actually like Matthias Sarkic. The problem is that wage demand's insane, and he's getting paid a boatload of money to play at Inter Miami. Also a shame. Angel Gonzalez, 24 years. Oh my god, that wage. Oh my god, that wage is very high. Danelli? We'll get that scouting report in. It'll be reassessed. We have one futures goalkeeper, Gustavo Fiore, and he is a long way off. Costs a couple million to get in anyways. Marriage is freaking transfer listed, and nothing. Hence is off the table. Helmut Fink is off the table. He's too expensive. Gaetan Kook. Rock solid keeper at Young Boys. And they would want some cash. Considerations. Let me ask around. You know, the current champions, could we get Helmut Fink and just bite the bullet for a year and let him develop? It seems like a nightmare, though. And of course, there's Omar Vargas, who we don't love, but is probably the most viable option if we happen to get a little money in from, I don't know, a transfer at some point in the next 100 years. Again, we ran into this problem last time, though. Whatever. Oh, Zentner was the dude that thought that the penalty spot was the ball. I have seen that. That was kind of hilarious. I didn't know that was him. Oh, I'm literally looking up you. Oni Valikari from Finland at Bournemouth. 25 caps, 10 goals at 27 years of age. Playing in the championship with Bournemouth. Played 25 matches last year, 40 this year. So he's bounced around a lot. He went to Napoli for $2.2 million. Played 8 matches over 2 years. Then Fulham bought him in the championship. Really revved up in his second season. Played 36 matches, and they sold him for $2.8 million to Bournemouth. So he's turned in a championship career over the last 4 seasons. Never been prolific. Best season was probably his second year with Fulham, where he dropped 7 goals and 5 assists. But he did get out of Cyprus pretty quickly to Napoli. Napoli, obviously, is a team that's probably kicking dirt. They're like, why did we sign this guy? But he looks good. Just a good, not great player that is kicking up dust with Bournemouth. And that's what his career has become. Oh, they got promoted. Oh, shoot. He's headed to the Premier League. He's headed to the Premier League. He made their best 11 in a promotion season through the playoff, and Oni Valikari will be a Premier League player next season, which is why his value is up at $10 to $16 million. Yeah, he's a real baller for Finland, clearly, and he looks like a good, balanced player. Yeah, we could use this guy. But he's making a nice wage, and he's headed to the Prem, so what's up? That's nice. The Champions League is starting, though, so that is where we will leave our transferring escapades until next week, because on Wednesday and Friday, we have got the live sports save World Cup 2022. We've simulated the qualifying. It is ready to rock and roll. And tomorrow we start with live sports. But now we leave Floridsdorfer, and we have made one fantastic signing today. Before we head off, though, we are going to be nice, because we like being nice and we like making people's days. And it is fun to be at this threshold where we can make people's days. And that is, we have the opportunity to raid somebody. Raid somebody and just make their day, right? And we are going to check out this dude who's got a very Nick Merckx experience going on. He's got the bottom half of his face cut off. No, actually, I'm going to go a different direction here. Feel the vibes. Feel the vibes out. Yeah, this is a bizarre webcam, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Even if you're going to go off and raid, or if you're going to go off and watch the Champions League, as I'm sure a lot of us are, stick around for the raid. Maybe you find somebody you really enjoy watching, you vibe with. At the very least, you have the opportunity to, again, just make somebody's day. But great signing stream. We didn't blow anything. We got a couple nice loans for our loan army. And we made a really monster signing for the future of the club. Our long-term answer at right back, a guy I think we could honestly win the Champions League with at right back, as long as we handle the development properly. So thank you so much for the subs, for the gifted subs, for hanging around today. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the World Cup, which is going to be very exciting. I just have to make sure that we get the freaking simulation done right this time. All right, word of the day. Word of the day is funambulism. Funambulism.
Funambulism. Funambulism.
Funambulism. Interesting. I have no idea. It's spelled Funambulism. Means tightrope walking. It's a noun. That's since led to people applying the word for a show of mental agility. The show features funambulism with the audience which the audience oohs and ahs over. The game show contestant amazed the audience with her funambulism, answering every question correctly. Funambulism. Now, if I use that, then nobody's going to know what that means, but I'm totally going to use it. See you at the end of another stream for another word of the day.